son of a bitch.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Because you are my friend.
Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 29 of Super Enabler Bros. I'm Jason Corpsolid Gaming, accompanied by, as always, by my excellent co-host, Chris the Old Ass Retro Gamer. How the hell you doing, Chris?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
We
Because
just
we've
hung
seen
out
each
a couple
other.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was the first time in 3 years.
Yeah, since 2019, bro.
Jesus. Way too damn long, but
It was a good
awesome.
weekend. It was a good
Yeah, it
weekend.
was a hell of a weekend. Got a lot going on. But we managed to do the hang. Was on the way to Orlando, but I did a 2-day stop off in Minneapolis. We got a good bro hang. It was my birthday. You guys spoiled the shit out of me. I hope I did likewise, but goddamn.
You got some shit.
We'll just say this. I got so much shit from you guys that my wife informed me, like, you're not even allowed to buy anything else on this trip. That's too much crap to bring back. So I was like, okay. And then
Wink.
naturally, like an hour later, right back out.
I'm not comic book.
Let's go look at some shit. Yeah, so I've got plenty of pickups, but I'm not showing all of them today. We can't just do a whole pickup episode because I got the hottest items, and I'll just mention a few of the other things. It was excellent. Best birthday I've had in a long time. So good.
Yeah.
The trip
Everything afterwards.
started off awesome, but then no snow, so it was a good drive down. Didn't have to worry about construction. Didn't have to worry about going off the road because there was black ice. So that was awesome. But as soon as we got to Orlando, hurricane, everything was closed for 3 days. So boo.
Yeah.
But
That was some bullshit. And just like in National Lampoon's Vacation.
yeah, it was
Except you didn't hold anybody at gunpoint to get you let in.
the middle was good, but like both ends after the Minneapolis part. Minneapolis was amazing. And then the hurricane kind of messed up all our plans. So we had days planned because we were hitting both Universal and Disney, and we're gonna go like a day, break day, maybe 2 days, another break day, and then do another one. But because everything being closed, we ended up doing a gauntlet of 4 goddamn days in a row. And I said to my wife, if you had something else planned for a 5th day, we'd be taking a loss on that money because I would refuse to go anywhere. So sore and tired from walking around from like 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. almost every one of those nights. 3 out of 4. Disney was even later because it takes so goddamn long to get out of there. Have you ever been to Disney World?
The one in Florida, yeah, but it was probably back in the late 80s.
Holy shit. Because it's on like an island if you're going to the Magic Kingdom part.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to take the monorail or the ferry. It takes a good hour and a half to get out of there. It's so annoying. And you're already like exhausted.
I don't remember Magic Kingdom. I remember Epcot and like the main park because I remember we lost my brother when we went to Space Mountain.
Boycott Epcot. No Captain EO.
Yep. Yeah.
-2 out of 10.
Hey, they were there to change the world.
Yeah. I actually found out they brought back Captain EO for
For like a stint for like one summer or whatever. Yeah.
After you died.
I remember when I went the last time we went, it was there, and we went and saw it as a family, and I liked it so much that like my parents went and sat down to get something, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and I went and saw it again. And I came back, and my parents were like, that was the longest shit in the history of shits.
I changed the world just now. Yeah. I am here to change the plumbing. Yeah. It was.
But I have it on VCD now, and I watched it, and it is not good.
No, it is not. Any
It's hard to believe that Francis Ford fucking Coppola directed that.
and
The guy that did the Godfather movies.
yeah, that's probably the hardest part to swallow. But it better than Moonwalker. If you've ever seen Moonwalker, you know.
Yeah.
Turns into a gigantic robot and shit. The
Yeah,
game's
he's a
fine.
it's like, I remember
The
like
game's
quoting
fine.
Star or Spaceballs, like he's a transformer.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But yeah.
Also, he can sing a Beatles song at the end.
I actually, when my wife was planning it, I was so like, we don't need to go to Florida again so soon. That I was just like, just plan whatever you guys want to do, and I had no input, so we didn't do Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, I was surprised that you didn't,
Yeah, that's why.
or the Avatar,
Because she kind of asked them what they wanted to do, and they by the time they wanted to do it, she was like, I already got everything booked. So the fifth day probably would have been Galaxy's Edge if I'd wanted to go, and that would have been a big noir. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
So
It's always next time.
yeah. Yeah, well, we wanted to do the Animal Kingdom part again while they're like young enough that animals are still something that's cool to them. But I wanted to wait till they were a bit older and they could go on more of the rides.
Yeah.
Because my oldest, that's big enough to go on pretty much all the rides, does not like roller coaster shit. Doesn't like roller coaster shit and doesn't like stuff that gets you particularly wet. Like there's this like Jurassic Park. We went on that shit at night. Have you been on the Jurassic Park ride?
The one at Universal.
Yeah.
When I went to Universal, it was December in California.
Okay.
But they still had it running. But there's people in parkas going on the water ride. So we basically stood back and were like, "No, we're good. We're from the Midwest. I know what frostbite looks like. I'm good."
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
we watched people go on it, and we're like,
Okay, well, at the end, spoiler for like a 30-year-old ride. But like comes up to this part where you see the T-Rex and he's like, "Roar," and then there's the big drop into the water.
"Yeah, the big splash." Oh, the bridge. You talking about the bridge?
And even though I warned her about it, when you see the T-Rex, it's going to drop us. Usually during the daytime, you can see like, oh, yeah, I can see I'm just going down a corridor.
Mm-hmm.
But at night, it's just like dropping in the dark and splash. We didn't get that wet. I even had her sitting in the middle, but yeah, she was crying. So I was like, boo. And then we ruined her day like right away in the first day we went, because we went on this thing called the bilge rat barges, which is some kind of like Popeye thing where you're on like a giant round thing and you go down like rapids.
Okay.
So it just splashes the shit out of you. So she was not happy, but I was like, it's Florida. It'll take you like an hour to dry off. You'll be completely dry in an hour. But yeah, she was not happy about that. So we didn't get to go on some of the cooler rides. I didn't get to go on Hulk.
Do you have a Transformers ride down there?
Yeah, we got to go on Transformers, but
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, my favorite.
Did you get the shit talking Megatron out back?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a family picture with him. Yeah, but
that guy that's in there is so quick. Well, at least the one that I see in the videos.
Yeah,
he is quick as shit.
Yeah, he was talking a lot more when we seen him in California, but the one we saw, yeah, he said a couple things. But I was like, the one in California would have noticed my Megatron tattoo on the back of my leg, I'm sure.
But what, don't you have an Autobot one on the other leg?
Yeah, he would have shot my other leg off.
Yeah. You were like, make up your damn mind.
You have chose what to be peg-legged for the rest of your life. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. We didn't get to go on the Hulk and the Revenge of the Mummy.
That ride is terrible.
I used to like it, but I don't remember.
Well, my brother talked it up for so long because he was like, "That I used to go on that ride when I first moved to California, over and over and over again." And I was like, "Oh, really? It must be pretty good then." So we get there, he hyped it up to no end. We go on it, and it's like seriously like 45 seconds.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "This is it." And he's like, "I'm like, there's better rides at Great America." Great America sucks.
Is because like, yeah, it's like a long wait for a lot of those rides.
Yeah,
and then it's like the longest ride is probably 4 minutes. But we had the fast pass things for Universal, so at least that was because we were worried about our youngest. You've seen him person.
Oh yeah.
He's a little hellion, so we're like, I don't know about him in lines all day. So we had the fast passes, and it was like, I think the longest we waited for a ride either of the 2 days was like 20 minutes. So that was excellent. I know it's not the pickup portion, but before I use it, I gotta show this off. It's back. My Doom Glass. My Doom Glass with the Cyber Demon on it.
I got that in the other room too.
It broke, so I had to get a new one. Church
I got one. That's the one from Loot Crate, right?
I got it at Spencer's, and then I couldn't find another one once it broke, and I found one on eBay, but they wouldn't ship to Canada. So Church actually ordered it for me. And it was one of the things that was waiting for at his house for me. So thanks, Church.
Yay.
Glad he's back. See you later.
Fuck out of here.
We're doing glass, no plastic.
Recycle that shit.
And also, because I'm using this too, I'm going to show off part of something he gave me. We got Fubar coasters. Tron Funkin' Blow is the one I'm using today. See the other ones later when we do the pickup portion. I was just too jazzed to not use this thing right away. So there we go. Happy it's back. It was in like almost all of the earlier Enabler Bros episodes, and I used it on Game Tense, but you never really saw that. But happy it's back. It's my mainstay. I've been slumming it with my other kick-ass glasses that are all not really slumming it, but Doom is my boy.
Word.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be so mad about a glass breaking. I was like, oh god damn it. so upset. I was just moving shit around one day, I think after an episode, and I broke it, and I was like, I'll just get another one. It was like $6, and then couldn't even find it on eBay for the longest time, and I finally found one. So happy it's back.
Yay.
But yeah, we had a solid hangout, some solid exchanges. We got some solid food.
Ate some decent food. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Those chicken wings were rad.
Yeah, the movies were awesome.
No, they weren't.
Some were hilariously bad.
That's why I brought them, because I knew I'd get a good laugh out of them. Like I was sitting there looking at my copy of Megaforce. I'm like, should I? Jason loves G.I. Joe. I'll bring it.
Yeah, Megaforce Shopping Mall, I think, was my favorite though.
Yeah. Oh, come on!
I had seen that a long time ago, but it was about time.
Next seeking CDs. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, were you there when we watched that one?
Which one?
I Come in Peace. I think you hadn't come back yet.
No, I wasn't back yet.
Yeah, Josh and I just watched that one.
Yeah, it was good times.
You missed Dolph Lundgren trying to act, trying to cry.
Oh man, I just
Come on, man! Come on!
I just gotta watch Let's watch The Punisher with him in it instead.
Oh god,
to make up for it. I still haven't watched my copy. I meant to, but we'll get to it. Show my kids. Oh, you like The Punisher? I don't know.
You might not like him after this movie.
Well, they still like He-Man, and we've seen Masters.
Well, that movie's entertaining. I'm not really a big fan of that Punisher movie. I just think it's boring as shit.
I used to rent it a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it since. It used to be like the cheap rentals at the front of the store, and there was one of those things with like a gumball machine. If you got a black gumball, you got a free rental, but it had to be from like three rows of movies, and I'd get Punisher and Transformers the movie over and over.
As you should.
Yeah, they're also like a 50-cent or a $1 rental, so it's not like you were like winning a huge prize if you got the black gumball.
Well, when you're a little kid, it's awesome.
Yeah. Or if you get free rentals, I think there was like these little free rental things that you'd get from paper or something, and you could use it on that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to check it out one of these days. Maybe I'll do a double feature when I finally watch fucking Catwoman with Halle Berry, because I said I was gonna do it this year, so I got a couple weeks.
Oh, when you see that CGI cat sitting on her chest, ooh, ooh!
I've only seen parts of it, and I'm just. It's already too much.
When Sharon Stone's superpower turns out to be that she can turn her skin to stone, I was like, "Are you really? Really?"
Good old Stone Skin. Yeah, well, I did put my
What's
foot
the
in my mouth and
anti?
say,
What's the anti one? Is it?
Bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah, dry heave.
Yeah.
Anti-chef's kiss. Yeah, exactly. All right, besides that, watched some other pretty cool stuff lately. Some new stuff. And I haven't seen everything. I wanted to see Wakanda Forever. I was tempted to go while we were down in the States. But I was like, everything else is already costing so much. Maybe we'll go do a date night when we get back, and we haven't had a chance yet because I've been working like crazy. And also playing a certain game a whole shit ton, so hasn't been a lot of time. This is my first time in the garage for more than 5 minutes, I was telling you, since we got back. And all my pickup stuff is just still sitting on the counter, so that's saying something, because that's usually a thing I do right away, except for the stuff that I'm going to show on the podcast. I always kind of put it to the side, especially if it's a figure, so that I'm not like, oh, damn it, why did I put him in the back, and knocking everything over and making a huge pain in the ass for myself. So they just sit in a, I don't know, if we go too long, it's sitting in a bin with other ones. So luckily there's not that many this time.
Don't do it.
Yeah, so fear not. I told you there's more games than figures today. So
Nice.
Yeah, pared it all down. But yeah, first one I actually started watching on the plane on the way down, and then I had to finish it on the way back. But Bullet Train, pretty decent.
I liked it.
I wasn't sure
I saw it in 4D.
Yeah, I think I mentioned. Remember you mentioning that you'd seen it, so, and I think you said it was pretty good, so I checked it out. I liked
I
it.
enjoyed it a lot. Every time someone would get slashed with a sword, you'd get sprayed with a splash of water across your face, like you're getting hit with blood. It was kind of cool the way they did it in the theater. Yeah.
So
tastes like the pandemic.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny too. I wasn't expecting funny. I was just thinking it was going to be like an action.
Oh, that fight scene over the needle with Domino.
Yeah.
You got to back up. What the fuck do you think?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like the whole thing. It was really entertaining. So I'm glad I checked that out. It can go either way with Brad Pitt movies. I either think they just, I don't know, just got him in there for, I don't know, star power, and there's not much going on with him, or else he's really good.
He was having a lot of fun making that one.
Yeah, he wears the bucket hat that I think he just walked on set with, because I'm pretty sure he just wears one of those everywhere. Because I'm a big Tom Segura fan. And I actually went and seen him in Duluth about a month ago. I don't know if that was.
I think you talked about it last
time.
Yeah,
I mentioned it last episode.
Yeah, because I remember Retro Rovers were all like, "Ooh."
Yeah, and he was a big fan of him too, and I guess he went to one of his shows, and he's like, yeah, he just likes the pandemic because he could just wear like a mask, and he wears this bucket hat all the time apparently.
You can't see
him, and so he can just walk around and no one knows it's him.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just like his style choice now. He wears bucket hats.
More power to him.
Who would think that you'd see Brad Pitt wearing a fucking bucket hat?
He's an old man now. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Also today, I finally checked out Black Adam. I like it. I've seen people rip on it. It's nothing amazing. It doesn't break the mold, but I thought it was pretty decent.
I hear the post-credit scene was pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool. I like where that's going. I liked how they got lesser known DC characters, because DC doesn't have a lot going for like that they can, and it's not quite the MCU where they can have like, oh, that guy is this. They kind of just quickly tried.
Who was it? It was Hawkman, Dr. Fate, and
Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher, yeah.
And what's the other? Cyclone or something like that. Just like wind, tornado powers and stuff. But yeah, it was cool. The way they set it up. The way they set it up was really cool. It wasn't ultra predictable. It was just a decent superhero movie. It didn't try to outstep what it was. So I know that like DC's got a lot riding on it because they've been canceling their movies left and right.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't give a shit what Flash did. Do not cancel the Flash after you've already canceled. Like, I don't give a shit about Batwoman or Batgirl or whatever the movie that they canceled with him in it. I wanted to see Brendan Fraser back on the screen, and I wanted to see my boy as Batman again.
Yep.
So I'm crushed about that. I'm like, his only other thing he's got going where he's Batman better not get canceled.
I think they got too much writing on that to cancel it. There's like $250 million of writing on that one.
Yeah, the other one apparently they got like a write-off to.
Yeah, it was like I think they only cost like $60 million to make that one because it didn't really star a whole lot of named actors.
Better shut your mouth.
Oh.
Brendan Fraser.
I'm talking like in the lead, the girl that they had playing Batwoman or whatever wasn't like a name yet.
Yeah. Assholes.
But I still wanted to see it.
Yeah. I'm still gonna go see that. Like, I'm pretty bad for not watching a lot of, as much as I love the superhero stuff, aside from like the Disney Plus shows, I'm really bad at actually watching like superhero shows. So I keep hearing like stuff's good, and I just never take the time to watch it. I don't know what it is. Like, the only DC shows I've ever put some time into was I watched all of Peacemaker, loved it, and I watched the first
Harley Quinn.
season and a half of
Titans,
and that's it. I'm like 2 seasons behind on that shit.
Yeah, I'm 2 seasons behind, but mostly because, like, for some reason, I got logged out of my HBO Max account.
What?
It's been since like August, and it happened right when Discovery bought Warner Brothers. So I'm thinking it had something to do with them changing over servers or something. And I just finally logged back in today.
Damn.
So I can finally catch up on that Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I haven't watched season 3 yet, but I love that show too.
Yeah, that show's awesome.
Yeah, I got the first 2 seasons on DVD. So
yeah, I watched something on there today. I'll talk about later.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but Black Adam. I don't know what people are expecting because I've seen people ripping on it. I'm like, it's not terrible. Like I said, it's not the most. It's not.
I think it's
just
fashionable to rip on the DC movies if it's not Batman.
Yeah, and they are very hit and miss. Like, they're either, I'm amazed what they did with the Justice League.
Oh, the remake, or the one they put back together. Yeah, the Snyder one,
director cut. But they're pretty hit and miss. The ones that you don't care about end up being the ones that are like pretty good, and then like I was like lukewarm on Aquaman and Wonder Woman, but those are like 2 of the better ones, which is weird. So, but then Wonder Woman 84 came out and just tanked me giving a shit about. Yeah.
Nope.
No thanks.
Nope.
So, yeah, not a fan.
It's sad when I say the best thing about a Wonder Woman movie was the invisible jet.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I've had to, unfortunately, my work doesn't have the first one, but they have the second one, so we've watched it like 4 times. And
as
guess
much
what?
As
Predator
I dislike it, I own a copy of it in 3D.
Yeah, I own it too. Guess what? Predator movie is the only Predator movie we have also. Following that trend. The Predator, and we got to watch it.
I hate that movie too, but it came in a set of all the movies in 4K, so
yeah, that's the only way I own it too. Is I bought the DVD set or a Blu-ray set of that, and I was like, oh well, I don't have the other ones on Blu-ray except for the 3D of the first one,
which is awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, all right.
Oh, you got some new 3D movies too over there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, from somebody. Yeah, so I got lots to check out now. But yeah. Anything else cool you've been watching?
Watching. Let me check my little app over here because I've been watching a lot. Today I watched HBO Max. I finally got it back today, and I watched Christmas Story Christmas, which was okay.
Yeah, you seemed rather mad at me for saying I don't think I've ever seen the first one. As much as I hear that it's like amazing, I'm not big on Christmas. I don't really go out of my way to watch Christmas.
Oh, I don't either. My cousin took us to see the original in the theater, like when it first came out.
Mm.
And I remember not wanting to see it. I wanted to go and see something else. I think it was like the He-Man She-Ra movie that I was like, I want to see that. And they're like, no, we're going to see the Christmas Story movie. I was like,
Oh
But
man,
then
I
we
thought it
ended
was
up
gonna be
liking it.
He-Man.
Yeah, but then we ended up liking it. Oh no, Back to the Future was the movie they dragged us to instead of the He-Man and She-Ra movie.
Okay.
And I ended up liking that.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, they dragged us to see Christmas Story, and I ended up really liking it. This one, I was afraid it was going to be a little too, like, oh, we're going to do all the exact same gags and have
But
it be
now they're
like just a
grown-ups.
repeat.
Yeah.
It's
Everyone's
its own
older.
thing. It doesn't repeat. I know one of my friends was saying that he's like, it's a total Remember Barry's cash grab, and I'm like, they did maybe one thing as a repeat of what happened in the first movie, but outside of that, they didn't. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
But on the whole, it wasn't that funny. Kind of like the Ghostbusters remake.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny compared to the first one.
Was there a bunch of people really trying way too hard to be funny like the Ghostbusters remake?
No, but it was like they were
Okay.
trying to be cutesy and sentimental and all that kind of stuff, and I kind of get grown at kind of that shit.
Well, it was Christmas movies, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I probably wouldn't watch it again, but it was all right. I mean, I'm glad I saw it.
Okay.
It was cool, basically seeing the entire cast coming back 40 years later.
Yeah.
So you get to see all the kids growing up, and some of them did not age well, especially the kid from the toy.
rough.
He became a porn star in the 90s. Yep, we had his porn movies at the video store I worked at. Scotty the Toy Schwartz. Scotty the Toy Schwartz.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah.
I didn't know
What else have I watched? Oh, I saw on Thanksgiving we went and saw Glass Onion, which is the sequel to Knives Out,
that. Okay, yeah.
and that was fucking awesome.
Until you mentioned that, I didn't realize it was out already. I thought it was still.
Well,
Always
it's going
off.
straight to Netflix for some reason. Like Netflix bought the rights to it, but I guess they realized that there is an audience for it outside of people on Netflix, so they're doing like a week-long release in the theater before it goes on Netflix in like a week. So I told my brother on Thanksgiving, he's like, let's go see a movie. I'm like, well, let's figure out what Mom would want to see. I'm like, well, Mom liked the first Knives Out. Let's go see that while it's actually playing in the theater.
Your mom really wanted to see Terrifier too.
I did see that. But yeah, like we were cracking up during that movie. Like I did not think it was going to be as funny as it was. Holy shit.
Really?
But Glass Onion is awesome. It is so good.
Well, maybe I'll have to check it out right away when it goes on Netflix.
Yeah, it is. Did you see the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
On your
nothing.
recommend.
I was hoping that it wasn't going to be like a carbon copy just with new characters kind of thing. It is a completely different thing.
Nothing can sound when stuff's just a retread.
Yeah, but this one the
safe
setup is
prep.
completely different. It's awesome the way it's set up. And Janelle Monáe, holy shit.
Yeah. All right, right on the Monet.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, she is hot as shit, and she's a really good actress too. I don't really know her music, but she's a good actress. Yeah, that was great. Like everybody that saw it, we're cracking up. There were some times where we were cracking up and no one else in the audience was, kind of thing. And we're like, do you not realize they're ragging on like Twitter people and like Elon Musk and shit? It's like Twitter, and like there's even a part where one of the characters goes on this rant about his haters, and I was like, oh, this is Ryan Johnson talking about the people that hate Last Jedi.
Perfect.
I was like, that's awesome. I was like, I loved it.
Ooh, Last
What else?
Jedi. Yeah.
Let me see what else I got.
Like PTSD
check
twitch for that.
Check my app. Oh, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, speaking of
I
Christmas movies.
saw Black Panther. And I was not a
I didn't
fan.
get to yet. I'm hoping.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but I just
I'm-
wasn't a fan of the way.
I'm
panned
worried
out.
about that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried about that one.
Like even my brother didn't like it. And he I love the first one. I do.
Yeah, first one was
But
awesome.
this one, it's just the biggest problem is Chadwick Boseman isn't in it.
Yeah,
No one in this movie can carry the weight of the film on their shoulders.
Yeah, that's my worry too. Is make a Spider-Man movie and don't have Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of who they replaced him with. Who like took up the mantle.
Mm-hmm.
Certain new characters show up and they look stupid as hell.
I get the respect thing of not recasting him.
I kind of wish they did though.
But like I said, I've been saying for a while, right? They got to stop being afraid of recasting. Like all the original Avengers are going to be gone. We're down to 2 of them, and Chris Hemsworth just said like I'd probably do one more Thor movie, but it would have to be like
not doing it.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a farewell to the character. So it's like, cool, recast him then. Not every one of them has to die. Like, I'm not stoked at all on a new Avengers. Like, young Avengers, I don't care.
Yeah,
I know that's what they're setting up. I don't care about any of that. I don't like movies about kids. Even when I was a kid, I didn't really like it. Like, it took me so long to watch the Harry Potter movies even. I just don't like movies where kids are the main character. It's just never been a thing I liked. So I have no want to see a kid Avengers movie at all.
I thought they were doing it I thought they were going to do it as a show.
Yeah. I'll probably fucking watch it, but I don't have interest. About as much as I had in Miss Marvel, where I don't like the character. And I watched it anyway. And I watched it with an open mind, and then I still didn't like it.
Yeah, I kind of wish they recast Chadwick. Because the movie needed that.
Like, you can't... It's getting to where, like, superhero movies used to be. Where they bring in the bad guy, and then they kill him off in the same movie. Like, I liked the original Spider-Man, well, at least the first 2 Spider-Man movies. But the problem with it is like, oh, cool. All the villains die right away. Sorry, spoiler alert for 20-year-old movies. But like, I liked what they set up, but then they die at the end of every movie. He doesn't kill anyone, but they somehow end up dying in every movie. Oh, there's Venom for 3 minutes.
Usually because of stupidity.
They're bringing in Venom finally. Oh, he dies in like 3 minutes. What the fuck? Yeah, you did 3/4 of the movie was a setup for him, and then thinking that the next whole movie they'll just be him and Venom fighting. Nope. Like, you're getting to that where like now they're just gonna die off because the actors don't want to play them. Like,
yep.
I don't get actors that are more stoked on playing superheroes than you get me signed up for any superhero, and I'll be like, I'll do 98 movies. I don't care. And I could.
That's a cash cow, man.
You could twist my arm into doing 100. Like, I don't care, man. I'll do a cameo. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I was disappointed. Everyone I saw it with was kind of like, eh.
You got like Gwyneth Paltrow not even remembering she's in some of them. Like, you were in Spider-Man. What?
Because she was selling vagina candles. Come on.
Yeah. Was I? Oh, yeah. I forgot I was in that $800 million movie. Or
no shit.
$1 billion.
Yeah, this movie that made $2 billion. I was in that.
Oh shit. Anyways.
Yeah.
So.
I'm trying to think, what else did I see?
But the Guardian special.
Yeah, the Guardian special was surprisingly good. Yeah,
Mantis got to actually like step outside of the shadow of ego and actually
being butt of all the jokes.
Yeah, so it was pretty funny. Her and Drax were kind of center stage on that more, but everyone was in it.
Although Nebula got probably the best line in the whole thing.
Yeah.
At the very end, it was like, "Oh, I guess all actors are complete pieces of shit."
Yeah, I
was like, I wonder how many takes it took for her to say that with a straight face.
Yeah, it was really cool. I really liked the intro, scene and everything.
The cartoons
being like I could tell that was a kind of a jab at the Star Wars Christmas special, the animation style of it, and I was like, oh, I like that. That was really cool, and. Yeah, that was really well done. They're hitting it out of the park with these specials they've been doing. Just like Werewolf by Night was awesome.
And like James Gunn even directed it and all that. I was pleasantly surprised. And
yeah. So it made me look forward to more to Guardians.
Like for a video for like a short film about human trafficking, it was kind of adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter was actually making jokes about that at the parade we were at this evening. There's people in the parade dressed up as like presents, It was like, oh, more people being given as presents. They must not have watched the Guardian special.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, there's one thing I always like about James Gunn's, at least his Guardian movies, is like, you give a shit about the characters, and there's always like that emotional connection with them. So
yeah,
I gave a shit when Mantis told Peter what she told him.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his superhero stuff in general. Like, I really liked his Suicide Squad. I really loved Peacemaker. Like, he can really take a character that people might not give a shit about and make you give a whole lot of a shit about.
I mean, come on, he made a TV show about a guy that you despise in that Suicide Squad movie and made him likable.
Right, exactly.
That's amazing that he pulled that off.
Yeah, that was a really good show. That's why. I'm hoping season 2 comes out soon because
they're talking about like, I don't know if it's already underway, but they're in the planning stages of scripting it right now or something.
Yeah, and he's like co-head of the whole that's DC.
Woo.
DC DCU, I guess.
Yeah.
So
he's probably pushing to get that Flash movie out there because he's trying to restore the Snyderverse, from what it sounds like.
Yeah, well, if he comes close, I'll be happy.
Well, I mean, the first step was bringing Henry Cavill back. Yeah,
well, if he's not going to be the Witcher, I guess. And at first, I thought that's why he wasn't.
I guess during season 3, he wasn't happy with the direction they were taking the show.
They weren't listening to him. He's a huge fan of the thing, and he really liked playing Geralt. So I don't know if I'm even that stoked on season 3 now. I don't even know if I want to see it. It might ruin it for me too.
Yeah, he reads all the books and all that. He's a huge fan of the books,
the games and everything. But I don't know, man. That's a bummer. So I'm looking forward to it because he'll be playing Geralt. So I know he'll play the shit out of Geralt, whether they've written it well or not.
I think they picked the absolute worst person to replace him, though.
Yeah,
I do not like Liam Hemsworth at all. That guy cannot act.
Yeah, everyone was like, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
He seems to be like the fan cast for a lot of shit.
Honestly, he would be perfect for it because he's got that gruff attitude. But Liam Hemsworth is a pretty boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. But then there's another movie that we both saw that sucks. But it bears repeating how much it sucks. And that's Halloween Ends. How'd you feel about Halloween Ends?
I think when it was over, I called it Halloween Ends. Thank you.
Thank you for ending, please. And for real, though. Not like final chapter Friday the 13th. Yeah.
I was surprised at a movie that's about a serial killer named Michael Myers, how much it wasn't really about him at all in this one.
Yeah. It was like they were trying to do like a legacy thing or something.
I don't know if they're trying to set something else up or what, but that was a total epic fail.
Yeah.
And not the good kind, like Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah, it was pretty just dumb.
Yeah, it was like they didn't know how to end it, so let's make it about this other guy.
Yeah, and then he's in there for like 10 minutes at the end. It was just
it's like I swear to God, the scene that made me realize I hated it was when the new guy, I can't remember what his name was because I hated it so much.
Yeah,
brings that cop into the sewer where Michael's been like hiding for the past 5 years or whatever, and Michael kills the guy. And the moment Michael kills the guy, you can see it's like he gets a boner because he's like Michael's all weak and hunched over, and he kills this guy with his knife, and then all of a sudden he goes, oh, oh, oh. Yeah. I'm back, motherfuckers. I was like, this movie sucks.
That's the one to get me going.
Yeah, I was like, this is horrible.
You just pulled my ripcord.
Jesus.
Yeah,
it's like someone stuck the finger in my butt.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of another movie. I can't even remember what it is now, so I don't know why I brought it up. But
that's what editing's for.
He comes alive like on Dark Knight Returns when the Joker sees Batman on the news when he's in like that old folks home. He's like, oh, darling, and he just like comes alive and he's the Joker.
Yeah, you see him smile finally.
Yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of. Sorry,
it was so bad.
I thought of it while you were talking and then spaced it when it was my turn to talk. But yeah, it Yeah, it was,
So
I thought the last one was
I hated
was
Kills,
like,
but this outdid Kills in the suck factor for me.
yeah, it was. At least the other one had Jason, and the other one had like
Jason.
Jason, Freddy, Pinhead.
I was like, I'm looking at
Pumpkin.
him.
No, but it actually had Mike in it. But
Yeah, Michael Myers is actually doing things in it.
but it actually has like the best tie together that Michael McDonald got killed by Mike Myers.
Yeah,
And Michael Myers because he got killed by Austin Powers.
Yeah,
and then he also got killed by Michael Myers. So
no, I mean
that's probably the coolest thing that come from Halloween Kills. But
yeah, my
Halloween
buddy
Ends has no
Jeremiah.
redeeming factor.
Yeah, my buddy Jeremiah and I watched it for the podcast, the movie starting podcast.
Yeah,
and like Jeremiah's like, okay, so in the original reboot movie, the one they just called Halloween, Michael's been in a top security prison for the last 40 years. And she became like this recluse, living out in the middle of the wilderness, survivalist, shunning everybody kind of shit, becoming an asshole.
he's trying to be like
Sarah Connery.
Against one person, Sarah Connor, not against.
Yeah. But then
just in case Michael Myers wants to kill me.
But at the beginning of this one, Michael's still on the loose. He had just killed her daughter before disappearing. So she's like, yeah, I'm going to come out of hiding. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to start a blog. It's like,
sense.
What?
I can't live in fear anymore.
He's still on the loose. He's still at large. And she's like, yeah, never mind. It's okay.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna be one with my inner self.
Yeah, live
It's
life.
like, this is dumb.
Yeah, full time. But yeah, I'm glad it's over. I didn't want to watch it even. That's pretty telling of a movie where I'm like, you didn't. It was before you told me it was bad. It just this isn't going to be good.
Well,
but
I was
like
curious about how they would end it. I was just curious about that. So, but the thing was, I didn't want to pay money for it. So I texted Jeremiah. I'm like, hey, it's on Peacock like day one. You want to just come over to my place and we'll watch it on Peacock? And then Jeremiah shows up at my house and he's just like, why don't we just use this as the premiere episode of season 6 for the podcast? I'm like, you sir are a genius.
Sweet. Well, I did a similar thing where I was like, oh, I'm not paying to see it. How about I get paid to see it? So I watched it at work.
Yeah.
So it feels like, at least it feels like there's a purpose to me doing this. Like I'll pretend I'm in trouble if I don't watch this. So yeah,
it's sad to say the best part of that movie is when that little kid falls over the railing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because no person who designs a house would put a door that close to a railing.
Yeah, it was like I wasn't supposed to laugh that hard at something.
Oh, we did. Trust me. Listen to the podcast. We were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
it's a comedy.
I could tell I wasn't supposed to laugh, but I was like, "Why is this so funny?"
Yeah.
Even looking at it from a parent's standpoint, I was like, "I can't. This is just funny." I rewound it a couple times.
Just the way that kid lands on the floor, like in a heap, the way he does. That's just the way they did. It's like blop.
The sound. It was the sound for me. Yeah, it was
so bad. Man. I don't know what the hell David Gordon Green was thinking or what he thought he was trying to say, but it was just not the way to end a franchise.
I think I messaged you guys when I saw that. I was like, I don't know, it's starting off pretty good. And then that was it. That was all I enjoyed.
Yeah, that was so bad on so many levels.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Thankfully, it is over until they decide to reboot it again when Jamie Lee Curtis runs out of money in 20 years and they make H60.
Yeah, and I don't... He's not one of my favorites anyway. Like, there's more not good ones than there are good ones. And when it comes to that, I kind of... I know, I'll still check him out if I feel like it.
Yeah, I've seen all of them except this one in the theater.
Yeah, I can't say that, but yeah, I'll check out.
Yeah, well, since the original came out when I was 2,
yeah,
I've seen it after the fact in the theater.
Yeah, horror gets like more extra tries than it really should for me, but even like I said, he's not even one of my favorite of the slashers. So
Yeah, he was the
Doesn't
first one I
break my
saw,
heart.
so I have a kind of a soft spot for the franchise, even though I don't like most of them.
Yeah. Apart from Psycho, he's like pretty much the first slasher villain of
Mhm.
basically created the genre. So I got respect in that regard, but yeah, they're
You
just
know, like legit, the only ones I really like are the original first, the original second. Part 3 is okay if you don't look at it as a Halloween movie,
yeah,
and H20, and that's it.
yeah. You know what? I enjoyed most of the first Rob Zombie one too. Second one is just like,
I got spit on by Rob Zombie for 2 hours with that one.
yeah, like the part where he stabs that lady for like 2 minutes straight was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. But then him having to shoehorn his wife in there when she died in the first one was just like, you forgot what you were making a movie about, huh?
Yeah.
Eh.
No, she's like, but honey, I'm sitting at home all alone and bored. What can I do? I got the just the thing.
I gotta get her in my movie, or I'll think she's cheating or something. Yeah. So.
Oh, then there's the Munsters.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I didn't watch that. I didn't try.
Ah, you missed
gonna
out, bro.
I was gonna try. I forgot I was gonna try.
Yeah. For once, his
gonna-
wife is not the worst thing about a movie he made.
I was gonna actually watch it with the family, and that's why. Because if it was at work, I was gonna watch it, and I was like, yeah, the family probably want to watch it. So.
If they like necrophilia jokes, more power to you.
Of course, they're my kids. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I think I wasn't sure. I was like, I might watch it. The family, maybe I should watch it.
It's PG, so.
But it was one of those ones where I'm like, the same reason I waited to watch Black Adam till today. Like I could have watched it at work the other night, but I was like, what if I watch it here and it sucks? But then I got to pretend I didn't watch it already and watch it with the family again. Like, oh, it could be good.
Yeah.
Then I'm on my phone. So yeah. So I decided not to do that. But yeah. One of these days I'll probably check it out. I've been wanting to watch the new Wednesday series though, although I've been hearing.
Yeah, as much as I don't like Tim Burton, that actually looks kind of funny.
Yeah, I've been hearing polarizing things about it, but a lot of us are Addams Family fans in this house, so it'll be getting watched anyway. So,
did you watch the animated ones?
Oh yeah.
Are they any good?
First one's good, and the second one is like, did you have to do like the first, like the live action ones? Because then they go on vacation in the second one.
I've never seen the animated ones that they made.
Yeah, like because that one just came out like this year, I think.
Yeah, like a year or two ago.
The first one I really liked, and I like that they tried to go more with like the original source stuff, both with how they look in the animated and how they do the live action ones now. Because Gomez is always kind of like a little
short guy, yeah.
Yeah, so the guy they got from that's probably a good choice. And a lot of people are like thinking like, oh, it's supposed to look like Raul Julia, and
no,
because
in the comic books he's like this tiny little ugly guy.
Yeah, so I get it. I mean, back in the day in the original Addams Family TV show, they were kind of more emulating that. So I get it there, and I definitely don't have a problem with Raul Julia. That was one of his best roles. So. The classic. I cannot shit on the 90s ones. Those were good.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for Addams Family Values.
Yeah, both of them are good. Games, not so much, but
Addams Family Values wasn't too bad. It's like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. His quest. But yeah, I think that's about it for stuff I can remember I watched. I know I've been watching something like I gotta remember to talk about that. And then as soon as we shut this off, I'm gonna be like, shit. And then it's gonna be too long since I watched it to talk about it on the next one. But for now, we'll close the book on that. What have you been playing, sir?
Oh shit.
That's the real questions.
Well, I did beat a game with you that I forgot to post about.
What?
When we played Metal Slug.
Yeah. Well, that was with Josh.
Yeah.
I was there though.
I thought it was me and you, not you and Josh.
No, you and Josh started playing it before I got there.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was him. I thought it was you. Never mind.
That's all right. It's a game that matters, and you had fun playing it. But I watched you guys beat it.
But then I finally beat Valfaris.
Hell yeah.
That game. That fucking game. That fucking game.
I think I'm about halfway through it myself. It's a great game.
That final boss took me 2 hours to beat. I streamed it. I have evidence of this.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that stream, actually. I'll hopefully watch it soon.
And it was just over and over and over and over. And, oh, he has another form? Oh, great. Let's learn this now. Over and over. And, oh, he has another form? Oh, great. Let's try that over and over.
The weird thing is, like, the bosses, the ones at least the couple that I had to do over, I do the same thing. And then just sometimes it would work.
Yeah. It's like they change up the pattern every once in a while, randomly.
Like, the damage seemed to be randomized. I know it happens in a lot of games, but I notice it more in that one. I'm like, I'm counting on this doing a lot of damage, and then sometimes it would do a lot of damage. Sometimes it would do fuck all for damage. And it'd be like, I'm just going to let him kill me so I can start this over again. I could be like, how much damage I'm taking to how much a boss is taking gives like how much I'm going to give it, you know, like effort-wise, where I'm like, nah, that was cheap. I'm just going to die and start this over again. All right.
Yeah, there are a couple times on stream where you can see me kind of just like, go fuck it. Give up, just kill me.
Yeah,
but like, he has, that boss has 4 forms.
Damn.
And you only have like the one health bar.
Yeah. That's rough. I really liked what I played so far of it, though. At least you can get right back to it, which is more than like a loading screen or something.
The last checkpoint is right before the boss happens, so you just basically climb up a ladder and you're there.
Good.
So, but it was just like, seriously, it took me 2 hours to beat the guy, and had people watching me going like, "What the fuck?"
I think it was one of the last games I was playing at work, so that's why I'm not through it. But something worthwhile got in the way. So
yeah. But I mean, it was a hard ass game, but I'm happy that I played through it because it's probably one of the hardest games I've ever played.
Cool.
And
I'm glad you did too. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. Going, fuck it.
And then I was trying to find another game to play, and I watched Nintendo was streaming.
Streaming what?
Nintendo was streaming, and he was streaming Bloodstained, and I was like, "Oh, I've had this game forever, and I still haven't played it. Let's try that out." And I'm like almost 30% done with the castle already.
Ooh, I'm glad you started that one. That was my game of 2019. Is that the year it came out?
I don't know.
I think 2019 was my game of the year. Whatever year it came out, game of the year.
So I'm really enjoying it. As I was watching it play, I'm like, I haven't played a Metroidvania for a long, like since Mummy Demastered.
I would say
and that was in December last year. So I was like, it's about time I play another one.
Yeah, so, I absolutely love that game. Hopefully they do another one. Actually, I'll be speaking about something to do with that in a little bit.
Ooh. So yeah, I was super thrilled about that, or that I'm playing that. But then something else happened, like Black Friday. So a specific game, it was not on sale, but I was just kind of in a buying mood, and I was like, "Fuck it, I just want to play it."
Proud of you.
I bought God of War Ragnarok. I did not want to pay full price for it, but I did, and I started playing it today, and I fell asleep.
Well, told me you had a bit of a messed up sleep schedule, so
yeah,
I've been there too.
I compared it to the first time I played Arkham Asylum. How I fell asleep during that long ass walking scene at the beginning, but it was like you weren't really playing anything at the part where I fell asleep. You're just listening to people talk.
Yeah, you just follow them, and then I think you get in an elevator or something.
So like I just kind of like fell asleep, and then when I woke, I must have fallen asleep for like 5 minutes or whatever, and then I wake up and he's like standing in front of this woman, and I was like, "Oh, am I supposed to be playing now?" I'm just gonna save and turn this off because I'm gonna go back and do this part over again so I can hear what happened.
Yeah, a lot of exposure. A lot of why is this happening? So,
which is probably what I'm gonna do after we're done with this tonight.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Awesome. Anything else cool you've been playing?
Not really. I haven't been playing a lot of games. I've mostly been working on the Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I'm going to be running, which is gaming related.
That is gaming.
So I've been prepping and buying stuff and writing the story and making 5 million fucking side characters and NPCs.
You all in? You all in?
It's a lot of prep.
Well, hopefully it works out good. I look forward to watching.
We're gonna stream it. So we'll see how that goes.
How many of you guys are playing?
There are 6.
Sweet.
With me it's 7.
Oh, okay. Right on. Well,
And our buddy Church is one of them. It's 4 of my friends from back in the day that were playing the Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel campaign with me that I started back in 2010.
And just completed?
And we finally just completed it because we took 11 years off. Mostly because I lost my job and I didn't feel like writing a story and stuff while I was trying to go job hunting. And then finally I was like, why don't we just finish this goddamn thing off? And if we still get along with how we play and all that, if we still enjoy playing this, we'll keep on going with something else. And they all wanted to keep going. Excellent. So it's my friend Noy, my friend Paul, my friend Lorelai, my friend Nick, and then our friend Church wanted to join it because he's been wanting to play D&D again. And then Mondane for Mondane Designs YouTube channel. I was talking to him about starting it up. He was like, "Oh, I'm totally down to play some Dungeons and Dragons." So I'm like, "All right, you're in too, dude."
I'll cameo and do some NPC voices.
And I was gonna say I've got all these NPCs that people can jump in and play whenever they want.
Yeah, I've started, never really got anywhere with playing.
Well, I've got pre-made characters if you want to
group together. So at one point I'd like to, but I don't want to.
I'll throw one of my NPCs at you for you to play.
All right. Well, sounds good. Maybe I'll have to jump in and do a cameo for one of your episodes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well,
but outside of that, that's what I've been playing and doing.
I've been pretty busy. I've been finishing a couple games actually. I do not remember what I was playing on the PS4.
Games.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually have no idea what I was playing before that.
See, this is why I need to bring back the beat tweets.
Yeah.
You have a record of it.
For real. Well, I've got a half-ass list, but it's gonna be for the end of the year. So I don't have it near me right now. But I beat the Terminator Salvation arcade game.
Ooh.
So that was cool when we were out of town. I was playing a bunch of that. I've been
playing at my local movie theater.
I've been playing Live a Live.
Ooh.
On the Switch, and I've also played through House of the Dead, the remake or whatever on the Switch.
I'll see you pick that up.
It's actually pretty cool. I liked it. So I mean, I've beaten House of the Dead, the original one, before, but this is it was really well done. So happy with that. I dabbled around with a couple other games while I was on vacation, but yeah, the resort we were staying at actually had an arcade that had the Terminator Salvation game in it. And when the first day we went to check it out is when everything was shut down. And it turned out the whole area around us had like no power. And there was like flooding and stuff because of the hurricane. So we were in like a sweet spot. We had power. The internet for whoever owned the arcade was down. So I attribute that to probably being the hurricane because we went back a couple days later. It was up and running. So dumped some money into that because it wasn't just like pumping quarters in. It was one of those things we had to like load up a card.
Oh yeah.
Like newer arcades do. So I had to do that. So that was a bummer.
David Buster's.
Yeah. So it was fun. Really cool. Terminator, very Terminator-y. So me and my son had fun with that.
Were they terminated?
Oh, the Terminators were, not us.
Yes.
But well, besides that, I have finally joined the PS5 club. After many decades, I finally got the PS5. And I got it because what did I say? I'm getting one before God of War Ragnarok comes out. And despite Walmart's best efforts, I got that shit. because I ordered the God of War bundle through Walmart.com. Thought I'd have it delivered to churches while I was in Florida. So when I got back, I could just grab it and go home. They canceled my order the next day. So it pissed me off. And then I found one locally to buy for a really good price. I got a bundle that came with 2 controllers and it was under retail. It wasn't someone trying to scalp. The guy said he barely used it. I think he bought it for NHL game because there was a blockage when I got the PS5 and I was like, ew, ew. Pulled it out like wet hair. It was NHL 22. Ugh. Ugh. But besides that, it was excellent condition. It wasn't from a sketchy place. It wasn't even dusty. So that was pretty cool. So Ragnarok right away. I was all in on that. I've beaten it. It's excellent. I'm working towards platinum. I'll probably have that tonight. I was busy at home the last few days playing my roulette game from last time. I had started it before vacation, but I kind of had to get back to it. And we'll talk about that more at the Backlog Roulette section. But yeah, I've been keeping busy, actually playing some games. It was good.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I guess we'll get back into these pickups. And I can
the best part of their episodes.
For me,
yeah,
I have to put stuff on my shelves. Right. But as always, we'll let you go first. We'll see what you got.
So I got some movies here to start off with. Went to a really out of the way Target with some friends when we went to go see. What was it? The the second Universal Monsters double feature that they were doing for Halloween, which
Sweet.
was Creature from the Black Lagoon and Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, yes.
And like I totally did not see this until maybe a month or two ago. But X.
Oh, cool.
And I'm surprised that I still found it with the slipcover. This has been out since last year on home video, and nowadays you only find it with like the case itself. But I found it with the slipcover, which is awesome, and it's kind of like got raised up X on it, and it's kind of like bloody.
Okay, embossed logo there.
Yeah, it's kind of a really cool slasher movie about making a porno movie in the 70s. And this movie ended up spawning a prequel that came out this last September called Pearl.
Sweet,
which was awesome. So I watched this one day, and I liked it so much when Pearl came out the next day, I went and saw it.
I heard good stuff about Pearl, so...
Yeah, Pearl's great. I hope that Mia Goth, who is Shia LaBeouf's ex-wife, gets at least an Oscar nomination for her part in Pearl, because she knocks that shit out of the park so bad.
I didn't know that was Shia LaBeouf's ex-wife.
Yep, they had a kid together.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf hit her buff, so. But yeah, it's a decent slasher movie. Like I said, I like Pearl more than this, but I mean, it's worth watching. It's pretty good. And for some reason, Kid Cudi thought that it was a good idea to show off his junk in it. Trying to, I don't know.
Trying to strip
get the ladies. Yeah. Yeah, there's a shot of him standing in a doorway, and he's kind of backlit, and you just see it dangling there. I'm like, God damn, dude, put that weapon away. You're going to stab somebody in the eye.
Yeah. Well, at least didn't see it in 3D.
And I picked...
Why? Why'd you do that?
So I've been discovering all of these different boutique labels from like overseas through these YouTube channels that I've been watching lately, like Films at Home and Serial at Midnight. And there's this one called Umbrella that's in Australia, and I guess that getting the rights to movies down in Australia is super cheap.
Okay.
So this Umbrella company's just been releasing like random stuff lately. That's where I got that Megaforce that we watched at Church's house.
Okay.
So they were having like a clearance sale of some of the older titles, and I saw this, and American, this was like $7.50. And I was like, for $7.50, I'll buy it. I haven't watched it since the movie theater. And I like I want to have all the video game movies, even though I hate most of them.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched, like I said, I haven't seen it since the theater, and I put it on the other day before I went to work, and I think I turned it off like 45 minutes in, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Well, guess that'll happen.
Yeah, so it is. I forgot how bad this was and how un-Mario Brothers it is. I'm sorry, just like having like the sound effects in there is not enough.
I suppose.
Yeah, it is so bad. And like it's like you can see how embarrassed Dennis Hopper is half the movie. He's just like, what the fuck am I doing in this? He's just got this look on his face like, why?
I don't think I own it, but I don't think I'm going to try to own it either.
For $7.50, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
At the same time I bought that, I bought the uncut version of Showgirls.
Okay.
Because
Doing
tits.
something. Doing
And
something.
dog food. But when it comes to the 4Ks, I finally picked up Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind.
Ooh, did you check it out yet?
I have not seen it. It is still sealed.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
I might watch it tomorrow. I have plans. I'm trying to organize my times.
I did watch that one online rather than buying it after I watched the last one. I was a little bit more wary, but I was like, I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah.
And I definitely enjoyed it more than...
Anything would be better than Battle of the Realms. That was so dumb.
Yeah, I've never watched a movie where I felt like I'd already watched the movie before. So hard is that movie.
I'm just happy that one's about like Kenshi.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're starting to branch out and not using nothing but the standard
Same. Yeah.
trilogy, the characters from the first game. So there's
it was
that.
good to
So
see.
I found that at Target, so I was thrilled about that. And then both of our favorites, movie of the year.
Sure.
I
I
have all
have
of them
watched
already.
it like so much you'd think it was.
Huh?
I have watched it so many times you'd think it was. I've
Yeah,
watched it 3 or 4 times at work now.
Jesus.
And saw it in the theater.
I've seen it the once.
And watched it once on Disney Plus on purpose.
Yeah, I've had all the other movies on home video, so I have to have this too. I mean, I own the Eternals too, even though I can't stand it.
Yeah, the Eternals is going to be one of those like, oh, it's $3, sure.
Yeah.
Movies.
So I had to get this. Found it at Target. So yay.
Yeah.
But this one, on the other hand,
There we go. Yeah, better
that's a
than it had
movie.
any right to be.
yeah,
I can't give
I
a
hate
shit
the
about
first one. I hate it.
Yeah, I can't give a shit about the first one. It's
But
not
this one,
I wouldn't say
holy
it's a bad
shit.
movie. It's just not
Not good.
like, I hadn't watched it in 20 years until I was like, I better revisit it before I do. And I kind of like half watched it while I was doing stuff in the garage here, like setting up. I don't know. I was arranging something, and I was like, yep. About as unremarkable as I remember. And then this one was like, holy shit, when's the sequel?
Yeah.
Like, I want another one right away after that
Yeah.
one.
I have never
so
been
good.
able to sit through the first movie. I probably brought it up before. And
Yeah.
I had to force myself to sit through the entire movie before I saw this so I would know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, didn't you buy it on 4K just to be like, no, I have to watch it because
I bought it on 3. I found it used at Half Price Books in 3D.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
And I
remember
was
you
like, if
buying
there's
that.
anything that's going to get me to watch this movie, it's the fact that it's in 3D. And I still fell asleep with that fucking headset on.
Just woke up and just had the
You'd
line.
think it would be impossible to fall asleep with this giant PSVR headset on, but I fucking did.
You were sore neck.
Yeah, I was basically sleeping like this. And when I woke up, I was like, oh, end credits. Shit. Like, I still have not been able, but I forced myself. It's streaming on Paramount Plus, so I watched it there. And I was just like, yeah, once Goose dies, it gets good. I mean, it gets okay.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still not good.
Oh.
But this, on the other hand, holy shit.
Like, I don't understand. That's like arguably probably Tom Cruise's most iconic movie. It's either that or Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
And it's like, how?
Yeah, Mission Impossible wins hands down. No
Yeah.
contest.
But when you think about like his like iconic movies, those are probably his top 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's other ones that are popular. I'm not saying like he's never done anything else, but like when you mention Tom Cruise, it's probably the first one of those movies is gonna be the first one people think about. And
But now this is going to be the only one.
Yeah, that's so.
I
good.
could not understand how fucking awesome this was. And
I gotta say, he's in like there's movies that like I go in like it's a negative point that Tom Cruise is in the movie because I don't like him. He's such an unlikable douche that if I can manage to like a movie despite him being in it, it must be a good ass movie. So
yeah, I saw that in 4D in the theater, and that like I will never get that experience back again. But like I watched that the day I bought it, and I was just kind of like, it's still awesome, but it's missing that like getting tossed around like a rag doll during those jet scenes.
yeah, that's
But
cool.
it was so damn it was way better than it had any right to be. And like you said, I want a sequel like right now.
Yeah, I can't believe how much I like I heard nothing but praise and stuff about it. Like when you were praising it, I was like, okay, because it's like I know our buddy Justin is like one of his, I think his favorite movie of all time is the original one, or one of them, and he was praising. I was like, well, that's like me going, the new Terminator movie is awesome. Probably actually isn't. I needed a new Terminator movie. So I was like, okay, well, at least people who like the first one think it's awesome. And I heard a couple other like from people I know that like movies, and you're like, I can't stand the first one, but this one's amazing. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna watch it now. It was up for a few weeks on the site that I watch movies on, and then I was like, yeah, hell, let's watch it. Just I got time. I don't feel like playing anything right now, so I just gave her a shot. But it was, I don't know. I actually want to watch it again, so
Yeah,
I'll probably watch
so
it again
good.
soon.
But then the last movie I want to show off today.
What? Yes.
It's 4 fucking K, and guess what, Steelbook sluts?
Yes. Oh.
Even on the back. That's so awesome. I love this movie. I watched it the day it showed up, and holy shit, it looks fantastic in 4K. It is amazing. I love this movie. I could quote this movie all day long.
Here's
so many good
4K.
lines.
Now, plain K.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh god, I love that movie so much. I saw that in the theater. We made the mistake taking my grandma to see it. And every time he was in the movie, every time he's on screen, oh my.
I can choose who I want, and I choose Ben Richards.
Yeah, basically that is my grandmother in that movie. It's like, she's one mean motherfucker. But just the whole movie, like under her breath, just oh my. Over and over again. Like, grandma, calm down. You're gonna give yourself a heart attack. You're gonna burst a blood vessel or something in the wrong place.
Blink, grandma, blink.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I pre-ordered that on Amazon. I had to get that. I wanted to get that Steelbook.
That's a hell of one to go out on, man. Yeah.
But when it comes to the games,
I need them to just do a goddamn Arnold box set. Like, what are they doing? What are you
I don't
doing?
know.
Man? Just do.
What movies of his do I have on 4K? I have Terminator, Dark Fate. I have Terminator 2, Running Man, Predator.
The first Blu-ray I bought was Salvation. And I know he's not in it, but just saying. Terminator related. What?
Yeah. I think those are the only movies I have that
awesome.
he did. Not that one.
the game was better than the movie.
Yeah, no shit.
I like Christian Bale, but
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
When the future
Mick G had no business directing a Terminator movie. But for the games, I know a couple of these you're gonna know.
Yeah.
Because you gave them to me.
Oh.
We got that Rambo on the
Rambo.
PS3.
Yeah.
Got to have my license game. Talked about an Arnold movie. Now we got a Stallone game.
And it went up a lot, and I was like, I got an extra because it showed up for some reason.
Yeah, I need it. I want it.
Back in
I
the
don't
day.
hear good things about it from you, especially, but I'll play it.
Well, I played it with the whole motion controller with the gun and everything, and there's some parts just did not work right. Like I don't know if the stick's shitty in my move thing, because there's like that
The
other
movement controller, yeah.
yeah, like the nunchuck basically for
Mm-hmm.
and some of the stuff was just wonky. There was one section I actually had to not use that and use a controller, and it was near the end, and I was like, this is kind of ruining like the climax for me of the game. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't know. Some parts of it are pretty cool.
But it's Rambo.
It's Rambo, so I gave it a try.
Gotta have my license games. Gotta have my license games. And then you also gave me Indivisible on the PS4.
Yeah.
Which is what, an RPG?
You have to ask Church.
Yeah,
that
RPG action platformer. Yeah.
I got it when it came out, and for some reason I got shipped 2 of it, and I still get to play it. But he backed it.
Me with my John Wick.
I believe he backed it. I think it's I think it's like a top-down adventure game. I remember correct.
Yeah, it says RPG action platformer.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like
It looks like the pictures on the back make it look like they're having like an RPG fight.
Okay.
But it's weird.
Yeah,
I knew nothing about this when he handed it to me. I was like, "What's that?"
Yeah, I remember I got an extra one, so I was just like, "Don't buy it." Okay, why is it bad? I was like, I don't know. I got another copy though. Yeah, I think I might have got it on. I don't know if it was on sale or if I just felt compelled to buy it, and then it was one of those things where Amazon like, it's lost, bro. And you're like, I went to pick up my mail and there was just 2 there, so I was like, thanks, man.
Okay. I also picked this up because I keep on hearing from a lot of people that it's actually pretty good, and it's based on it used to be a Disney property, but it's not anymore. Like, I guess it's based on like a French comic book, and then Disney licensed it for a cartoon in the 90s, and then they lost the license. But it's Marsupilami.
Oh shit! I never even heard of that.
Yeah, like Tom, our buddy Tom, Movie Tom.
Yeah,
Tom Reiner played it and thought it was really good. And a bunch of the other YouTubers I follow have been like talking about it, and I was like, okay, fine. And it's dirt cheap too.
Is it just a platformer?
Yeah, it's like a platformer. It's like playing like a Rayman game or something.
Yeah, like that game came out around the same time as Bonkers and all that stuff when they had like a bunch of just random cartoons.
Yeah,
in the early 90s.
But it turns out it's based on like a French
There's a
comic
Super Nintendo game too, I think.
Yeah. It's based on a French comic book character or something, and Disney licensed it to make a cartoon out of it, but then I guess they lost it because this has no Disney licensing on it anywhere.
Yeah, that doesn't look like him either. That's cool.
So I was like, okay, fine. So I picked it up because it was dirt cheap on Amazon.
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I used to like the show.
Finally got something from Limited Run.
Holy
finally.
Shit.
And I got my Castlevania Requiem set.
Hey, I will I'll save everyone some time. I also got that. And I got my shirt.
Yeah, I got my shirt too. I just watched it for the first time. Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. So I have Rondo of Blood on the Turbo CD or the PC Engine CD.
I know. I was there when you bought it.
Yeah, I know, man. That was one of the first things I bought at the convention that year, and I was just like, "Wow, this is already getting off to a great start."
It was like the first booth inside the. It was like the first booth in the door, and you're like, "Yep, that." You're on the corner, and the guy had it for like $30 less. And you're like, "Shit!" I am not.
But this time I can play it in English.
Excellent.
So there's that, and I've never actually beaten Symphony of the Night, so.
Yeah, I'm waiting
I
for them.
I think I'll finally get some achievements for it by playing it here.
Good.
And since I'm playing Bloodstained, it makes sense to go into that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them doing the next collection. They're doing like the handheld collection or something soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they announced that a while ago, so I can't wait to see that.
Nice.
I think it's the Game Boy Advance and DS games, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while since
I have all. See, I probably wouldn't buy that collection since I own all of those. But then again, I might want to get some achievements.
Oh, I got the Anniversary collection. I had all those games.
Yeah.
The only game they put the Game Boy games in there except for the expensive one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like Legends or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Legends.
The only game besides Rondo of Blood that I don't own.
But for PS5, got this as an early. God, I got the hiccups all of a sudden.
No.
I got an early Black Friday deal on Tormented Souls.
Nice. I still have to play my copy of that.
You talk.
Yeah, I bought it on the PS4 about, I don't know, 4 months ago, and it's been in my I carry a little CD case with a bunch of games in it. It's my work games, and I've installed it, but I haven't played it yet. So hopefully I can play it very soon.
I think
I've heard
Church
nothing but
played
good
through
stuff.
it and really liked it.
Yeah, I think he got it right away when it came out, like I did. I think I got it either right when it came out or not very long after.
And someone else I know told me that it was good too. It was maybe Movie Tom was like, that game's awesome.
I don't think I heard anyone talking about it. I think it just like came up when I was looking up something else, and then after I got it, people were like, "Success."
Yeah, I guess it's a survival horror game and a good one at that. So I'm down for a good horror game.
I heard it's reminiscent of like a PS1
Make me
game.
piss myself.
Yeah. Might even shit a nugget or two.
In a plastic bag. And then the last game I have here is the one we've already talked about, and that is, God of War Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yes.
I was hoping that this would be on sale for Black Friday, but I guess it's too new.
We're going to talk about Game of the Year stuff. We got to talk about Game of the Year besides God of War Ragnarok, because there no game stood a chance.
But yeah, the 15 minutes that I played and the actual 10 minutes of it that I saw were pretty good. So I'll find out more about it tonight.
I've seen almost all of it. I've just got the last few things to mop up. According to the PlayStation app, I've got 74%. I've got like 5 trophies left to do, and I know what they're for. So
does it have a big post-credit stuff going on?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, good. I'm really satisfied with the ending. It was really cool. But then, just like the last one, there's like stuff that doesn't even open up until after you beat the game. Because I was like, how did I miss this?
Is it worth playing that stuff?
Yeah.
Or is it like that bullshit fights that you had to do in the last one?
Well said. But I like the combat in this game. It's even better than the last one. So, it's all worth it to me. But there was like, certain missions and stuff don't open up until you beat the game. Because I was like, how am I missing this and this? Like, I'm pretty thorough. I'm captain. Like, okay, this is obviously the way I'm supposed to go, so I'll turn around and go back the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I explore the shit out of everything. I've got a very good memory for. I obviously need something else to get into that area or to do this puzzle, and I'll just go, okay, remember in this area, this is, and that's, I can't remember shit someone said to me 10 minutes ago, but I can remember that shit for a month. And then, so I'm like, how am I missing stuff? And then it turns out like, oh yeah, that doesn't even open up until after you beat the game. I'm like, yeah, damn it. So it's more, I did everything I could do as it came up, though. Like any of the side missions that came up, I'd do right away. Like there's the Crucible. I decimated the Crucible in it. And Crucible is basically the combat challenge area. The last game had that too. This game has Berserkers instead of the Valkyries that you had to fight. They're basically
those are the ones that I hated.
The fights that are harder than any of the bosses. So, like, fighting the end boss, I didn't feel nearly as in danger as I do against some of these random-ass fights. So, there's that. But, like I said, the combat, excellent. It's just carried on the awesomeness from the last game in all the ways. The hype was real right away. The saddest I've been about having to turn a game off is the other day when I was basically like heading into the end battle, but I'm like, oh, I'm done working like 20 minutes. So guess I'll just bookmark it here because I don't want to start the battle. And so I was like, God, I should just go home and stay up. But nah, didn't do that. But yeah, excellent game. Everything I hope for. I don't really have a complaint I can think of. Anything that I kind of complained about, like my small complaints about the last game, but there's like a shortage of epic boss fights and stuff, and I think there's more in this one, and that was really good. The story was excellent. Even the new sections that they added in that were a bit different, I was here for them. They weren't too long. They weren't They weren't cringy. I don't want to say more until you've played more, but like everything.
Trust me, I have a long way to go.
Everything impressed me. So, yeah, I'm really happy that I finally got the PS5 to play that. Because if somehow I wasn't able to get one, I would have been really mad. And like I said, Walmart tried their damnedest to prevent that when they had canceled it, and then gave me a little sorry credit that I put towards the game, and then they wouldn't give me the game because their online pickup thing had closed, and I was like, cool, I live 6 hours away from this Walmart. Here's my receipt, give me it. And I ended up just buying it again at that store, and poor Church had to go pick it up for me, and yeah, it was a whole pain in the ass.
That's some bullshit.
So yeah, cool stuff you picked up. Yeah.
That's it.
Is that it? My turn? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Well, like I said, I showed off some cool thing. This was supposed to be my Christmas present or my birthday present like last year, apparently, but ended up not being able to get in the States until 3 weeks ago. So is that my wife says I'm like Diener from this movie. I know you said you've never seen Fubar, but if you check it out, apparently I'm like Diener, which hurts my feelings a bit. But yeah, they're all different. I thought they'd be the same until I took there's like some twine wrapped around it, and there's just give her. There's turn up the good, turn down the suck. More cheers, more beers. That's it. That's all. Classic Fubar stuff. So yeah, I'm happy to be cracking into these, using them right away with my reacquired Doom Cup. So hells yeah. And for the book part of things, I don't know what made him think I'd want this, but he ordered something from Sideshow, and it came with this figure fantasy book, which is a whole book of like figure photography. I think it's because I've been, I made that diorama and stuff, and I've been buying figures like a motherfucker. But yeah, you didn't see any of that. I didn't even have it in frame. So, thanks for telling me that. But yeah, bunch of really cool ideas for figure photography that I might check out. I'll just show you the back cover. There's a bunch of cool stuff there. So yeah.
What does it say? Bruce Wayne is a what?
Huh? Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Oh.
Superman cutting in there with his pissed off Superman for the last time. All right. Well then, yeah, I guess I'll just keep going with figures. Get them out of the way first. I've been buying Transformers for the last while, but I guess I relapsed, and we got Sludge from the Dinobots. I brought the Grimlock, and I brought what the fuck the other guy's name is? The
Swoop
Triceratops. No, Swoop is the other one. I don't remember the Triceratops.
Stag or
yeah, something like that.
Slag.
Flag, yeah. So I got him a couple months ago. So yeah, I got
He's
that.
such a slag.
So far I've got all three that they released, and I'm sure Swoop will be next. For my birthday, total random grab on my brother's part, but an awesome one nonetheless. It's the alternate version of the War for Cybertron Galvatron. So it's just like a color swap, but a really cool one.
Yeah, he's got the Matrix.
I really dig this. Yeah, so I got the other Galvatron probably a year ago now. At the same time I got the Autobot Arc, and I used the like the gun blast that comes with the Arc and put it on his cannon. So he's there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some moving around because my Megatron / Galvatron shelf is packed full, but we'll get him in there somehow. And then oh shit, Spike.
Oh God, why?
Oh shit. That's why I said oh shit.
Yeah.
So,
What are we gonna do now?
I gotta keep him with my tradition of trying to get all the movie ones.
Is there a Daniel one too?
Daniel came with Grimlock, I think. Yeah. But and I got this guy. This guy was my buddy all through Universal Studios. Oh, you spoiled it. Yeah, he's my buddy. He was in my. I carried this guy all through Universal Studios. So I finally found him. I don't know if you remember me telling you, but I ordered him like 2 or 3 times. I think it's twice on. I pre-ordered him, then I ordered him again on Amazon. They kept canceling it on me, and then he went up like $20. So I actually got this guy cheaper than I would have got him on Amazon. And he was actually a decent price for buying him at a theme park. You'd think there'd be like a 40% markup on everything,
yeah.
But he was actually a decent price. And yeah, like I said, he's been on adventures with me. He was at my feet going on the roller coasters and shit, and doing the Transformer ride. I was so happy that I found him. I was like, that's the way to find him. That I was meant to carry him around with me on an adventure. And I always, out of all the Transformers, I've got like 4 versions of. I don't have one Perceptor. So
I always loved Perceptor.
There was an older version of him that came out a few years ago, and I never even saw him in a store. So, and it was before I was ordering online heavy. So, kind of a bummer. But yeah,
we had a bootleg Perceptor when I was a kid.
And honestly, I think not having Perceptor kind of pissed me off because up to that point, I had everything from the movie, the '86 movie that they put out, except for obviously the HasLab Unicron that's like $1,000. I think it was $700 to start with. So he's going for like $1,400 now though. So good investment if you bought him. And then another character I'm really happy that I finally got an awesome version of, and that's the Arkham version of Scarecrow.
Nice.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit behind on my McFarlane figures because they're not coming to my Walmart, and I don't seem to find them. I'm not a fan of having to order every figure I get. But I really want that new Bane they put out a bit ago, and he's putting them out so fast I like can't even keep up, and I'd have to be putting in massive orders to these toy companies. And as you know, I've been waiting to get shit that I've owned for like over a year. Like I've got the Titan Joker, I've got Clayface, and there's another figure that didn't come out that I've been trying to get a hold of this company to be like, just swap it for another figure that I need. I need many in that price range because it was another McFarlane figure. So hopefully I can get those, and maybe I'll order Bane through them too and be like, I'll order some more shit. Just send it all to me, please. But I got a big boy from you. Like a slammer.
Yeah.
Out of everything I'm showing you today, this is the heaviest thing. He weighs the actual amount of food he ate in the movie. That's amazing.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's like die-cast, I think.
Jesus.
He's hard as hell. But yeah, he won't be slamming through any walls. I mean, he would go through a wall, but it wouldn't be there wouldn't be a trail of slime. It would just be debris. He'd be
like, look at all that drywall, you son of a bitch.
I got another big boy. The biggest, besides the Toy Biz Galactus, this is my biggest Marvel Legends figure. We got Mojo.
Oh shit!
I'm been trying to beef up my X-Men villains on my shelf a lot lately, and Mojo is one I just had to have. I actually really like this figure a lot. He was kind of a pain in the ass to put together, but once he's together, he's pretty cool. He's got these like clear supports on the bottom because his legs ain't gonna hold him up. Look at him. Yeah. Jesus Christ. He's a mess. But a really cool figure I'm glad to have. And with that, I ended up having to buy a bunch of figures I would have held off on. But I've got Spiral, I've got Longshot, a bunch of the Mojo World figures that I figure I need. And then I got another big boy. My X-Men shelf is getting weighed down big time. This is one of my very favorites, I think, right now, though. And that's the classic version of Apocalypse.
Nice.
Love this figure. And he came pretty quickly for Marvel Legends. Usually I order Marvel Legends and then they come out they're in the States already, but I'm waiting 6 months for them. And he's got a cool gun hand attachment and other shit. What's up?
He doesn't look like Ivan Ooze.
Speaking of Power Rangers, rest in peace, Jason David Frank.
Yeah.
I don't know why I danced back and forth between the two, but here's another Ghostbusters thing that was waiting at Church's house for probably 2 years, and that's the Ghostbusters Afterlife Ecto 1. I actually had both of you guys on a hunt for this when it came out because I thought it was going to be really limited. I never quite saw one in stores myself, but from what I saw on my American toy groups, they were pretty plentiful after a while. So they were hard to get at first, but I'm glad I got them to pick me up one anyway. So I had one in a decent box because I did see them. Now I think of it, I saw it once at Toys R Us, but the box looked like fat kid had sat on it or something.
Sure.
But yeah, I love the detail on it. It opens up and all.
I like how weathered it looks, like it rusted and shit.
It's an excellent add to the Ecto 1 shelf for sure. So big fan of that. Always happy to get another Ecto 1. I got to stop at some point getting Ecto 1s, but that's for future me to worry about. Other ones I got to stop getting stuff of is Iron Man. I got another Iron Man. As long as he's a bit different, I'm going to keep buying Iron Man's because he's, it's like Batman's and Spider-Man's. More suits is only ever a cool thing. Speaking of Spider-Man's, I got the Amazing Fantasies 15 Spider-Man, the first appearance of him. So I really like this. Steve Ditko style. He'll go well with the Lizard figure that I got a while ago because he's got a classic Steve Ditko head. And I got Spider-Man. We got the Japanese Spider-Man from the live-action Japanese show. And he's fucking cool, too. I had to get this.
Does he have his motorcycle?
No, I need to get the car and the mech and the motorcycle and the
Leopardon or whatever it is.
Yeah, he came with some pretty cool web things too that are bright white, like the rope and stuff they used in that. And here's a rarity, one I haven't had a chance to open yet because he just came in the mail yesterday, I believe. But from Into the Spider-Verse, I got Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah,
and he comes with Spider-Ham.
Nice.
I think it's the same.
Does it talk like Nicolas Cage?
It's gonna when I'm playing with my toys. One thing that bugs me though is this is the same Spider-Ham that came with Spider-Gwen, which is kind of lazy. At least have him in a different pose or something. But I've got all the other Spider-Man characters to go with from the movie, so I figured I gotta get him. I actually was doing it to get free shipping from Toys R Us because I bought him, and I figure I'll have next time for sure. I'm sure it'll be my favorite one I show off next time. But yeah, I'm happy to have him anyway. I'm also happy to have this at long last. You told me not this past summer, but the summer before you were putting this aside for me. So Alien vs. Predator. And this is staying sealed as fuck. I like it. I like it how it is. So I'm going to have to find some wall space to put it on. But
it's my original one that I bought back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's a problem that I like to have is where's this going to go? And it should be obvious because I'm doing it to myself all the time. I'm like, finally found a spot that fits it perfectly. Then I get one more thing and I'm like, shit. Suck your elbows in, boys. And everyone's just like standing like they're crunched in an elevator. But whatever.
No one fart.
A bit of a souvenir, but I can't wait to put something in it at Universal. I grabbed this Spider-Man photo frame.
Nice.
I'm not big on souvenirs from places, but Spider-Man souvenirs, holy shit. Somebody stop me. We're going into the game stuff, and this is not even everything I got from you guys. Church gave me a whole huge box of fucking game collector's editions for PC. This was one of these. I'm showing a couple that are like big standouts for me. And speaking of Bloodstained earlier, this is the Bloodstained Kickstarter stuff for anyone who kickstarted the game. I've got the slipcover, actually, I got from GameStop about a year and a half ago. So that was one thing, but there's the soundtrack that for some reason comes in a Blu-ray case. Beautiful. And then there's like I don't want to hastily open. Okay, there's like a pin set and like a sticker or a temporary tattoo. That's pretty cool. I'll probably put the pins in the board behind me, but I'll feel bad about it. And this poster. Oh, actually, I'll just show you this closer. It's basically this as a poster.
Cool.
It's absolutely gorgeous artwork. So for a game I love, I'm super stoked to have more for it. Yeah, I would actually rock this in a CD player for the soundtrack. And I got not one, not two, but 3 fucking Fallout Collector's Editions. He gave me the New Vegas one, which I had most of, but now I have it all because it's all complete. And then there's this that's for the PC only, and it's got all Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, Fallout 3, and Fallout New Vegas. And it's got a mini nuke. Comes in a mini nuke. And I swear I saw this in the store, and it looked a lot smaller. So I don't know if they did like a smaller version and a bigger version, but I swear it was like half the size of this. So excellent. The only thing is my Fallout shelf is super packed full. I don't know where that stuff's going to go, but yeah, he gave me the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition that I missed out on. I ordered it and something didn't go through. I think it was like my card was Canadian and it was an American place I was ordering it from, something like that. So I missed out on it when it came out. I was super bummed. Finally hooked me up with that. So I'm happy to have that. It's got the whole Pip-Boy and everything. So I now have every Fallout Collector's Edition. So big ups for that because Fallout's one of my very favorite series. And yeah. Next is from you. You'll recognize this because it's bright. Scott Pilgrim. We call him Beats of Rage.
Yeah.
Beats of Rage 2. Scott Pilgrim. I'm a big fan. I started beatboxing there almost.
It's like he's scatting, like he's in corn.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Next one's a surprising Black Friday because Nintendo games never go on sale, but Fire Emblem Heroes 3 Hopes. I was actually behind on a Fire Emblem game that I didn't buy day one for once. And yeah, happy to have that. Now my Fire Emblem series remains complete. I actually kind of forgot about that one coming out, and then I saw it and I was like, oh, but I got a trip coming up, and then come back from the trip and it's on about 30% off or whatever. So better than no percent off like usual. And then this was an after the fact. Church actually gave me this when I came back. It was just sitting on top of my pile of stuff that was already there. But sealed copy of Grim Grimoire.
Yeah, you tried to give me that, but I was like, I already have it.
Get that away from me. Yeah, we also
slap it away. I threw it on the ground.
Also tried to hook you up with that Skyrim Collector's Edition. You're like,
nah.
No. I don't play that shit.
No, I was just like, I have no room for something that big.
Yeah, that is a big ass statue. And completing a set for me, and a game that I thought I owned for the longest time. And then I was rearranging my shelf, and I'm like, bitch, don't I have that? I had the 3DS version, and the only game I think I bought when me, you, and Church went game hunting, and that's Transformers: Rise of the Darkspark. It's the last. Was it High Moon, Full Moon? What do they call it?
Yeah, I have that one for the PS4.
Well, yeah, they made the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron games. I believe it's the same guys made this. Yeah. But anyway, it's the last Transformers game I needed for the 360. I realize it's on other stuff. I think I have it I might have it on Xbox One or PS4, but for some reason I just wanted them all on 360. And it's been a long ass time since I got a 360 game I needed. And then somehow that guy knew, but Church hooked me up with a PS5 copy of D-Lit in the Wonder Labyrinth. Man, why am I getting tongue-tied? That's not even hard to say. Learn to speak, human. And that's another one from you. Man, I didn't buy a lot of these, but this Metal Slug Double X hooked me the fuck up on that one. So I look forward to cracking into that one. That's the only Metal Slug game that wasn't either on my plug and play arcade stick or wasn't in like the Metal Slug collection.
Yep.
That was on, I think it's on PS4 now too. That's what you guys were playing the other day.
Yeah.
And then this one's a weird one. I never ordered this. I remember wanting it, but you telling me that you had got one for me. And then it showed up without me buying it, because I even checked and I had not lost money for this, but it showed up at my house. John Wick Hex. But it's a good thing you had a copy for me, because the copy that showed up and I couldn't even find in any of my places I used to buy stuff online, it showed up cracked. So hell yes. Bro had my back. So I've just had a case for no reason. And then another one from Church, Shantae and the Seven Sirens.
Yep.
I think I have all the Shantae games except for the original now. So that's good. I'll have to buy the original Game Boy one. Just kidding. I don't have that kind of money. Another one that Church hooked me up with, Legend of Mana.
Yeah.
I have all the Mana games. I believe that's the PS1 game, right? Yeah. But I wanted the PS4 one. This one I've been waiting quite a while for. He snagged me a copy of this, and I was supposed to be going down like a month later when he got it for me. But that's Doom 3 VR edition.
Hell yeah.
So been a while since I got a VR game, so that's excellent. And this one he just, for no reason, just ordered on a whim. He goes, yeah, he'll want it. Blazing Chrome. Heard nothing but good stuff about this one, so yep, looks good. This one I think I sent him the money to order for me because I didn't want to pay the extra to get it shipped to me in Canada, because I think this was right at the beginning of the pandemic that Limited Run did this one. But that's Blasphemous, and it's Blasphemous. It took me this long to get it, so happy.
I ended up finding that when I went game hunting in Wisconsin.
Yeah, randomly our Walmart had it. And I was like, stare me in the face when I know I own it. But it was different cover than that one. I was like almost gonna be like, oh, I'll be a variant collector, but I didn't do that shit. And this one, I'm sad because I ordered it to his house as well, and now two other ones have come out, but I'm like, I haven't even played the first one. I don't even know if I like it. When I know I'm gonna like it, just me trying to be cheap. But River City Girls 0 has come out, and River City Girls 2 has come out, and I haven't ordered either of them, and it's gonna cost me a lot now.
They'll probably get them at Best Buy.
Wow, I don't got a Best Buy near me.
I do.
But the American Best Buys have the deal with Limited Run. I don't think the Canadian one does, because I went in the one that's in Thunder Bay, and they had just less than a Walmart selection of games.
I see them there. I'll let you know.
Okay. I appreciate you. And a couple of games weren't Black Friday sale, but they all went on sale yesterday anyway. And they actually rang up cheaper than the price tags that were on them. I got the Lego Marvel Collection, which is 3 games: Marvel Superheroes, Avengers, and Superheroes 2. They're all on the disc too, and it's got all their expansions. So I was like, you know what? I got these on Xbox, but for that price, it said $9 on the label, and it rang up I think $4. So I don't know if they had some kind of extra deal going on, but I think this one is the same. Little Nightmares 2. I was gonna buy them at $9, but it showed up at $4. So also, yeah, I swore I'd bought that already, but I checked my app and I hadn't. So must have just been like, I'll buy that after the trip when I'm done being cheap. I don't know. This one was just so cheap. I was like, I don't know. It's probably a game you're going to have to get at some point because it's movie related. But Big Rumble Creed Champions Boxing.
I
Who
have
knows?
I have
I
the
really
PSVR version.
yeah, I like the VR game a lot actually, so I'll give this a shot. I want to see if they do the voices justice. I think they'd be really funny if they got like someone to do. I'm actually hoping they didn't get any of the people and they got really bad impersonators.
Yeah, it's
Like
like in that the
like
Old Spice commercial with Dolph Lundgren.
yeah, I'm hoping it's like Terminator in Mortal Kombat 11 bad.
Oh God,
Where they're like,
I am here to stop you.
yeah, like it's like they had some guy around the office who liked to do bad Arnold impressions, and they're like, let's just get that guy to do it.
Watch it's Ed Boon.
Yeah, himself. Yeah. So now into the PS5 stuff. Like I just got the thing, but I got a pretty nice stack already. Got that one from church. I already had the Terminator game that Limited Run put out last year, and of course, Ragnarok. Gotham Knights was Black Friday, so I got that for 40% off. I haven't heard anything about it, good or bad. So
I've heard nothing but bad.
So it doesn't have Batman in it. Oh wait,
Yeah,
wait. There's a reflection in the puddle. My favorite part of the Arkham games is that he kept them at arm's length. And yeah, I got this. Get away from me. Oh, thanks for helping. Yeah, get out of here though. Like Robin dropped off something for him in like Arkham City, and he's like, "Yeah, get out of here."
Fat ass.
Yeah. And the game I really debated on getting, but it was on Black Friday also, and it's an excuse to play two of my favorite PS4 games: Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Gold Edition. Remember the other day when I was like, I don't know if I really like need to get those again and play them again, but it's fucking Spider-Man, so you know it's full of shit. I got the newest WWE game. I think this was like 60-something% off. But
probably because it's broken as shit.
I always play the rest of I've heard nothing but good stuff about this one, actually. They took a year off after 20 was so bad. And apparently they like came back heavy with that one, so that's cool. And then had to get Busters.
Damn right.
So pretty soon I'm gonna have to get some PS Plus so we can actually play that online together. But from what I understand, you can play it offline too, which was what sold me on it. I mean, I was going to get it anyway, Ghostbusters, but I would have been less happy about buying it. And then I got a game it has no reason being more than what I bought it for anymore because it was like a launch game. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
It's still $70 at Best Buy here.
Yeah, and that's American. It's a $90 game usually, and I got in Canada, and I got it at 35, I think, or 39.
I ended up just finding someone on eBay selling it because I'm not paying $70 for that.
Well, yeah, someone was selling it on Facebook about 3-4 months ago for like 30 or $40, but I was like in cheap mode because I knew the vacation was coming up. I was like not buying anything, but still somehow, the stuff showed up. And then there's a couple of just cheapies I grabbed. I was at GameStop in Florida. It was right next to the big comic store I went to, which is why I chose that one because it actually had a bunch of different locations, but this one looked pretty cool. And I got Disciples Liberation, which is like a strategy RPG. So it looked really cool. And it was like $15, I think. And I got a sealed copy from GameStop. God damn.
Yeah. They actually have those?
Yeah. I like when they do that. So yeah, I got that, and so it came with like some DLC because it's a deluxe edition, and the DLC actually worked. This one I got a not sealed copy. It was Godfall. I remember thinking that looked cool, and I think this was a launch game too.
Yeah, I have that one too.
And then it came with a download code in it, and I was like, yeah, I'll put the code in anyway. It's probably nope, it worked. So it's like I got 2 brand new games, so that was excellent. And then this was before I left. I bought it. It was like $8, brand new at Walmart. A World War I game. You know what I like?
Is that the one that's online only?
I don't know. It'd be 2 to 4. No, it says 1 player and 2 to 40 network players.
Okay.
I hope not.
Yeah, there's one like that was like that I looked at online, and I was like, oh wait, it's only online.
Okay, this is Tannenberg. The other one's called Verdun, and I think it's also a World War I game. Maybe that's it.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's not this one. Well, we'll find out. If not, it's not a lot of money wasted, and maybe I'll make it a point if I get the PS Plus to check it out. But that's the last game. What a game to go out on. A game I might not be able to play. I'm sad. I'm sad. It could go me
Sorry, I
tears in my eyes.
ruined your streak.
Got tears in my eyes here, man. But yeah. All right, I'm sorry. That was a lot. I'm sorry that was a lot. Not as much as it could have been, because goddamn, you guys spoiled me. I didn't show the 200 fucking comics you gave me, or the like 50 other comics I bought. Right, I was like, wow, look at all these comics. It's awesome. All right.
Well, I remember we were watching. I think it was when we were watching Megaforce. Like, you didn't even watch the movie. You're just going through the comics.
Oh no, that was
Or was that Chopping Mall?
Chopping Mall. I was watching the movie.
Or was that Ninja 3?
Ninja 3, I think, was it.
Okay.
Well, I was watching the movie, but yeah, I was definitely like,
Yeah, you're like cataloging them.
yeah, relying on them. So I didn't. So if there was ones I needed still, I knew that I had that, because I was trying to find the rest of the Frank Miller RoboCop, but no dice. I asked the guy, and I don't know if they were like crazy rare, crazy popular, but he almost like laughed at me. He's like, "No, man." I was like, "Oh." Like everyone
Have you
like
looked
I don't
those
know.
up online?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I was hoping to. I like just because like my
Just
main goal,
see if they're expensive or not.
yeah, my main goal was to like I wrote down like if there was one missing or two, because mostly what you gave me was like complete runs of shit. So if there was one missing, it was like the last issue or something like that, something small. So I wrote down like the couple that were needed, which wasn't a lot. And my main goal was actually to finish off my Web of Spider-Man, because we went to that Nerd and Out store like right after we did our big trade and before we had supper. And I found like, I don't know, 12 of the 20 I still needed. So I was like, that's my goal. I'm this trip, I'm completing my Web of Spider-Man, and I fell just short. I need 4 issues.
Dang.
Unless more still if I'm counting the annuals, but yeah. I saw other comic stores, but I was like, oh, that was my attempt while we were down there. I was like, they were already getting kind of grouchy that day. I was like, posers. I'm just kidding. But it's funny, we went to the GameStop because my kids wanted to go to the GameStop more than I did, which is like, I'm raising them right, but
I haven't been in a GameStop in probably 2 years.
yeah, it was the last one I was in before, besides the one in Thunder Bay. The one in Thunder Bay is pretty decent, but the one I went to in Duluth, which used to be like the one I went to all the time, was like a sad shell of its former self. Like I wouldn't be surprised if next time I go to Duluth it's closed.
Yeah.
It was like everything was clearance, and games, like GameStop in general for me is like a store I either leave with a stack of games or nothing at all. And I got those 2 games. I got a Triforce Tree Topper because my wife talked me into it, and then some stuff for the kids. The kids found stuff that they were looking for, so I was like, all right, now you guys are good. But then like one of my kids started feeling sick when I was like going next door into the comic store, and I was like, no, don't do this to me. So, it was a bummer, but yeah, I can't wait till my older boy is a little bit older, because he was right into the comic store. My oldest daughter, Araya, was really into it too. So when everyone's like, we're going to go in the car, I was like, well, or I can stay in here and look at stuff, because she was just, there was anime stuff everywhere. There was all types of stuff that she was interested in. So she was having the time of her life. And then I was like, yeah, she could stay. But Saren was like all about anything zombies. He was like, oh, Dad, check this out. And he was like, I think he was trying to coax me into like collecting Walking Dead and stuff, because he's like, look at all these Walking Dead books. Look, it's the first one.
You're just going to get all the Marvel Zombies comics. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, you'll get them when I'm dead. And then he's like, look, that's the first one. And it's because it was like an omnibus #1.
Oh God, those things are like $100, aren't they?
Yeah, it was like $150 or something. 100 something bucks anyway. But I was like, yeah, that's because it's like the first 60 issues.
Yeah, no shit.
I was like, this is the way to collect if I was gonna, because I don't want to get right into it. But I was like, even showing him, like he was trying to look at his level, because there's like 2 levels of the long boxes, and he would like picks them out and look at stuff, and he was right into it. And I could tell like he's went into the comic stores with me in Thunder Bay too, so he's gonna be like my comic shopping buddy. I'm pretty sure, him and Naraya. So, and Avison was the one that was like, GameStop, can we go to a GameStop? I'm like, who are you? Where did this come from? I fully embrace it, but what? But yeah, I guess because they got toys shit that she likes too. So
Yeah, they got the Funko Pops and all that.
yeah, it was excellent. It was good trip all around. Like, even though I wasn't supposed to buy stuff, I really did cheap out. Like, all I bought at the parks for myself was that Perceptor, that frame that's for the whole family, but and a one shirt. And then I bought some comics at the store and those 2 games, and that was pretty good. So I'm probably gonna have to do a live stream to show off all the cool shit you guys got me, because there was way too much.
Do it.
Cool shit.
Do it now. Come on.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna do a live stream, I got to do that goddamn Video Games Monthly one, so I can finally have those on the shelf.
Yeah.
So I can actually have an accurate in my app of what games I have for all my classic systems. Maybe I'll start openly collecting more again, because the prices are starting to go down. Speaking of going down, I know I took down my last Backlog Roulette game. You thought I was going to talk about sucking dicks.
With our average dick energy? Nah.
But yeah, Backlog Roulette. My last one, I actually just completed it earlier this afternoon. So I liked it. I had Shadow Hearts. Excellent. I have all the Shadow Hearts games. I've been kind of holding off on playing them because I wanted to get the PS1 game. Can't remember what it's called right now. But it
Shadow Hearts?
ties in. What?
Shadow Hearts?
No. Shadow Hearts. The first Shadow Hearts was PS2, but I'm forgetting the game that ties.
Kudelka?
Kudelka, yeah. Yeah, Kudelka.
I used to have that back in the day, but I sold it, and I'm mad at myself for doing it.
Well, Nintendo was selling a really cheap copy one time, and I was like 30 seconds late. I'm being like, I'll take it. So, missed out on that. But yeah, I was holding out on that to play it, but yeah, I'm not. Overall, I don't feel like I missed a whole bunch. Like I had no idea what was going on or something. It was probably kind of like playing Drakengard and playing the Nier games, because they tie into the same world or whatever. So it was basically like doesn't really matter, but it'd be cool to do. But yeah, Shadow Hearts, excellent game. I'm glad I finally played it. Hopefully I've got the other 2 in line. I think I got one of them on my list to try next. It's kind of breaking the rules a little bit. It was more than a 10-hour game, but it's my own rule. I can break it if I want. And I'm glad I put it on there, because it was like about a 20-hour game, I think. I don't know. I played it in a lot of chunks, but it was like my at-home game I was playing while everything else was at work, until God of War came. And I don't do a lot of playing stuff in my living room, but the PS5 has just been either in my living room or in my backpack. So God of War is the only thing that split that up, but I was glad I got to commit and finish it before this episode. So excellent. If you haven't played it, play it.
I think I have one of them for the PS2.
Because of Shadow Hearts, Covenant, I think is the third one. Something like that. I don't know. I got all 3.
If only I had an app where I have all my games cataloged, I might be able to. I'm not drunk.
Slap happy from all those game pickups. Pow. Yeah.
How did you know?
Yeah. But yeah, you had.
I have Shadow Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, my game was Ghouls and Ghosts on the Genesis. And I did not beat it, like usual. Because this game is kind of hard.
But you did play it and enjoy it, from what I heard.
Oh, yeah. if there's only one game, and there's only one game in the series that I legit don't like, and it's the one on the NES.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one is just hard for the sake of being hard. It was just made by a bunch of sadists.
Yeah.
You know, this one is actually I would say the difficulty ramps up evenly as you go, and it's actually really fun to play. And the graphics are great, and the music is great, and the controls are great, and all that. And it's fun. It's great. It's a good horror platformer. I don't know if I call it like a shoot 'em up or a running gun, but
no, it's more just a
it's like a platformer.
Yes, that's a platform adventure game.
But I mean, it's really cool if you love horror. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And yeah, I had a lot of fun when I was playing. I didn't really play. I played it a little bit yesterday, and I played it a lot today. Okay. But I knew that I'd started. I totally forgot about what game I had until you brought up yesterday. Hey, you want to do a podcast tomorrow? I'm like, huh?
You probably should figure out what I was supposed to play.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, what game did I have again? I hadn't thought about it at all since we recorded that.
That's all right.
So yeah, I didn't give myself enough time to play through it, but what I have played of it, and I will definitely go back and play it again, I enjoyed. So that's 2 games in a row that I liked.
Well, I'm glad I started pretty much right after our last episode with Shadow Hearts, because I wouldn't have been able to finish it if I just started it. But yeah, I played about 4 or 5 hours, I think, today, about on my downtime.
Oh,
it was weird.
I got that copy from Musty Hobbit.
Oh, sweet. I think I hooked up Church with a copy of it. I think one of our first trades before we even ever hung out. It's like we were like friends online. Kind of thing.
Cool.
That's what I like about YouTube. 2 of my best friends I got from
that was just one of those things I never thought would happen.
Right?
Just like I'm just doing this because it's fun, and I was like, wait a minute, I can make friends too. What?
Yeah.
And now I'm hanging out with you in church, and like Mondane is doing the Dungeons and Dragons thing with me, and Nintendo's talking about possibly coming to visit and shit. It's crazy.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Captain Algebra and Rockets. I'm going to do the Cartridge Club charity stream next weekend with Rocket Sauce.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm hoping now that the floodgates have opened. We can actually start hanging out more often, schedule these more often. So
yeah, now that I have a reliable car, I can actually drive up to Minnesota and not have to worry about taking a fucking expensive ass flight.
Yeah, I'd love to not drive in the winter. So hopefully. So spring or fall, spring to fall.
Yeah.
We'll hang up, but I'm hoping maybe we can make something work out for MGC this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you guys want to come down a couple days early, we can hang out here.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, we'll try and figure it out. See what we can do, but yeah, let's find out what game we got to play.
Oh shit!
Forget about quickly.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, if you're not familiar with Backlog Roulette, you take a list with 0, 00, and 1 to 38, and you put, or is it 36? 1 to 36. Sorry, I remember 38 altogether. So 0, 00, and 1 to 36 of anything you want to play. If you have been looking for an excuse to play something, but you're like, for some reason I bought that, I want to play it, but just haven't taken the time, throw it on a list. Let us choose it for you. And then you got no excuse, because shame on you.
None.
But without further ado, I'm going to get my phone ready, and we'll do spin that shit. I've had a pretty good track record, so I always love doing these. All right, we'll spin it. Mojo can't wait. 27. What you got for 27?
I don't know yet. My file is still opening.
Oh man, okay, we'll race you. Since I always seem to have problems finding.
For some reason, it's like updating font menu, 32% and counting. Like, just open, fucker.
You terminated, fucker.
Just cut all this out. 66%. Oh, it skipped 69.
Loading.
There we go. Okay, what number was it?
27.
That's the same number we got last time because I have Ghouls and Ghosts in 27.
Oh shit! You didn't update it?
No. Shit.
I'll spin again just for you.
Hang on, let me just pick something randomly then.
No. Wheels already going.
I was sitting there going like, did I update it after we did it last one?
Yeah. We got 20. I didn't video that one.
That is The Mummy on the Game Boy Color.
The Mummy? Ooh,
yep.
The first one.
Brendan Frazier.
So they did the first one was just on Game Boy?
They did the first two on the Game Boy Color.
Okay.
And then the Mummy, or the
third
one was on the Game Boy Advance.
And PS2.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, I have the first Mummy on the PlayStation, and then there's a Mummy Returns game on the PS2. And there's a Dragon Emperor Tomb one is on the PS2 also.
Yeah, I got that one on PS2.
But yeah, I think I have all the Mummy games except the one based on the cartoon.
Well, damn. Well, I got Shadow of Rome.
Ooh, I actually have that on my list too. I'm looking right at it.
Sweet. So what did you get for 27?
27 was Ghouls and Ghosts again.
Oh, yeah. Or what'd you get for 20, I mean?
20 was The Mummy.
Okay. I guess that's why we were talking about. Sorry, I was still looking for my list. And for 20, if I've got extra time, I got Resident Evil Outbreak.
Ooh.
Can you play that offline?
I don't know. I thought those were online only.
If not, I'll pick another Resident Evil game I haven't played.
Aren't all the other ones that aren't mainline and Revelations, aren't those all online type games? Oh, it's Dead Aim. There's that one.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, let's look here. I'm just going to Google it real quick. But yeah, I'm happy to play that. Evil Outbreak. Playable offline. If I spelled right, that would help.
There.
Okay, you can.
Cool.
So I can still play it.
Cool.
I thought I looked it up before I put it on the list.
Where are you, Mummy? Where are you? There you are. I got Mummy and Mummy Returns on the Game Boy Color.
Cool. Well, Scorpion King.
Scorpion King, I have that on the Game Boy Advance.
Sweet.
That's by Way Forward.
Yeah.
So that's why I bought that originally. But yeah, this
Because of The Rock.
is like a platformer.
Sweet. Well, if you play Mummy Returns on the Game Boy Color, I'm sure the Scorpion King looks better than he did in the movie.
He probably looks better on the Game Boy Color than he did in that, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
It's in pixels.
It's funny as I saw a thing, Brendan Fraser was like, he brought it up in an interview. Yeah. He's like,
he said all the people that did the special effects are like, we didn't have enough time.
Yeah, we needed like another 2 months.
Yeah. And then there's a YouTube channel I watch called Corridor Crew. It's a bunch of special effects, like CGI guys, and they like review CGI for movies if they're good or bad. Yeah. And they've done 2 episodes on the Scorpion King from The Mummy Returns, and the second one they deep faked it.
I saw one where they somebody like redid it, and it's like, I'll let you use it for free or something if you put it out on Blu-ray or anything.
Yeah,
you have my permission to use this.
Yeah, they basically took like footage of The Rock and like deep faked his real face onto the Scorpion King CGI, and it looked way better.
Yeah.
So anything looks better than that bullshit.
Yeah, that was. You can't even say PS2 game because you'd be being mean to the PS2.
Yeah, that's a GameCube game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
You
rough.
look
but
like you on the steak of Saturn.
I still like the movie, and
I
think,
love the first two.
Didn't Brendan say he wouldn't even want it changed at this point? Like it's just a product. I don't know. It's part of.
Oh yeah, it's just part of the movie. But the thing that gets me the most is like they're like, what if they decided to make another Mummy movie? He's like, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not getting into shape though because those movies like are one of the reasons why he quit.
Well, yeah, did he get really injured on the third one?
He says he had gotten majorly hurt on every single one of the movies, and it was actually taking like a toll on his health.
Yeah, because I know
So
he almost died with the first one when the
they hung him.
Yeah. And then something else happened. He
said every one of those movies he's gotten some sort of a major injury that's like affected. Like I think the last one in the third movie, like he fucked up his back or something.
Yeah, like jumping on a trailer or something.
Yeah.
That sucks. So
he's like, yeah, it's not worth doing the physical, stunts anymore. He goes, so from now on, someone wants to do it, they can get a stunt man. Yeah. And I was like, at your age, it's probably for the best.
Yeah, it would be cool.
But anyway,
yeah, I'm happy with my thing. I've always been curious about playing them offline. Honestly, I know they had the online component, and I played a bit with my friend when he first got it. I think that's actually where my copy came from. I think he gave it to me. But
yeah, I played one of them online. It was either the first or the second file one that I played online just a little bit.
I believe what I heard is that it's a lot harder offline. I think what I heard, so it might be tough as shit.
I just remember being jank because I was on dial-up at the time when that came out, so it wasn't fun for me. So I only did it the one time, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again.
Okay, well, it's only my backup one, so if I have time. But I did just get a PS5, so
yeah.
So
play that Deedle It, brah.
Oh, I played it on.
Are you gonna deedle it? Are you gonna deedle it?
I played it on Xbox actually. I think was it Xbox?
Oh, did you?
PS4. Yeah, because I was gonna order it and then I didn't, and then Church ordered me a copy, so that's cool. I had it pre-ordered, and I think I canceled the pre-order when I canceled a bunch of pre-orders because I was starting to worry about money for the trip. And
I had to cancel a couple of pre-orders the other day because of the Black Friday stuff. I was like, I want to have money to buy the cheap shit that as much cheap shit as I possibly can. And I had, the newest Ease game for the PS5. It's like the complete edition, pre-ordered. And it was like a full price game. And I was just like, I'm going to cancel that so I can actually order cheap shit.
Well, besides the Terminator game that I ordered when it went up, out of my whole PS5 collection, I think the only one that cost me full price was God of War and Ghostbusters from that fucking Walmart. Worst Walmart ever.
Yeah, I was pissed. I bet you were pissed when what's his name? Rocket Sauce was like, "Oh, it's like dirt cheap right now for Black Friday." The Ghostbusters game.
He said 30. I think it was like 39 when I bought it, or 35.
Yeah, I had to go to Walmart to get it because Amazon was sold out, Best Buy was sold out, Target was sold out.
Yeah.
But that's not going to show up until like the first week or second week of December now.
Yeah, there's a couple games I really want to get a hold of. I want to get a hold of Tactics Ogre, the new one that just came out.
Did you play the Quarry yet?
No. I saw that it was cheaper online, but I'll wait. I'll get it cheap soon. I like their other games, but I've got like all the Dark Pictures games to play through still.
Yeah, me
and
too.
The new one just came out, and I actually saw it at Walmart yesterday. But I was like, hold off. It's getting like Assassin's Creed was, where I was like, oh man, I want to play that Assassin's Creed 3, but maybe I should play the other 4 games I have of that already before I
just don't play the first.
Oh, it was too late. I did it at that point. But yeah. There's a couple of series where I'm like, I own all of them and I've never played any of them. What if they're shit and I don't like them? Why do I keep getting these? To be fair, I was getting them cheap, or else I wouldn't be getting them. But I was like, all right, I gotta stop doing this. And I've heard nothing but good stuff about these. So in confidence, I've been buying them all. But yeah, aside from, what's the first one they did? Forgetting it.
Man of Medan.
No, the first game they did before the Dark Picture.
Dawn, Until Dawn?
Yeah. Yeah, so aside from that, I haven't played any of them. So I'm going to get a hold of them. I almost snagged Evil Dead a couple times. Evil
Do
Dead's
it.
going cheap, so I'm gonna have to get that. But when I get the PS Plus, I'll probably get it. But,
Do it. Because I haven't played it since it first came out because everyone was complaining about the lack of content, but now there's a ton of it out there. So
Yeah, I want to get it Valkyrie Elysium too. But then Callisto Protocol and Midnight Suns are both coming out next week as of recording this. So I don't want to get behind on games already. So I'm gonna have to plow through a bunch of these, check them
who
all
the
out.
fuck was it? Somebody I was watching on YouTube was trying to say that they can't wait for Callista Protocol coming out, but the way they said Callista was a Callisto. I was like, what?
It's a tongue twister. Yeah,
Callisto.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it for a while. It's like it's right up in line with Dead Space, and then
yeah.
Dead Space is coming out soon. Oh man, we got so much survival horror stuff to look forward to. I'm not looking forward to Resident Evil 4 though.
I'll play it, but
as far as games that needed to be remade from the Resident Evil series,
Code Veronica.
Yeah, that was next in line. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So
you dumb shits.
Yeah, 4 is okay. I like 4, but it's not a remake game for me. That's when it started having the standard shooter controls rather than the tank controls. The tank controls never bugged me. But I gotta say, I'll never go back to original Resident Evil 2. That Resident Evil 2 remake was tops.
Da bomb.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think we've tucked each other's faces off enough. I gotta go add some of this shit to some walls.
Yeah, I gotta go play some games.
Yeah, I'll play some games too. Oh, it's getting kind of late. I don't know if I'm going to be platinuming Ragnarok tonight, like I said, but by tomorrow afternoon. Believe that.
Believe that.
Do it. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you made it this far. I appreciate you. Let us know what you thought of all our pickups. And God damn it, come back and check us out again. Thanks for hanging out with me, Chris.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with me, you. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goodbye.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.